Good afternoon and welcome to our A-grade match of the round live from Millington Reserve, Scarborough. Today, last year's premiers, Scarborough, take on second place Kingsway. We thank our Perth Football League major sponsor, Carlton United Breweries, and of course our broadcast sponsors, Dartfish, Filming Footy and Sports Interactive. Please welcome your commentary team, Cam Robbins and Ward Harris.
Welcome to the Mill, the home of the Scarborough Footy Club. Fantastic clash. This is going to be Kingsway versus Scarborough. My name's Cam Robbins, joined the commentary box once again by Ward Harris, the Guru Shrami recruiter, talent manager from East Perth and West Perth. Good afternoon, Ward.
Good afternoon, Cam. The old intro is getting a bit more extreme every week.
You like that, mate, do you?
I don't know, the old head's starting to get a bit bigger. I just had to adjust out the headphones a little bit there, mate. But yeah, I think you've got me covered, mate. But looking forward to a good game of football.
Should be a good clash. When the Kingsway, we saw them 2 weeks. They were very, very good winners over Wesley Curtin, weren't they? They've started the season very well with 2 wins. Had a win over Wembley and a win over Curtin Wesley. Scarborough, good win over Fremantle CBC by 4 goals, but they got poleaxed by the Trinity Equiners by 7 goals 2 weeks ago. Didn't have, obviously, last week through COVID. But, yeah, looking forward this ground here, the Mill, home of the Scarborough Footy Club, mate. Very open wings, and maybe it could suit their style of play with a run and carry for Scarborough.
Yeah, look, you'd think so. Obviously, we haven't seen them live so far this year, but look, I remember watching them in the grand final at Steel Blue Oval when they became premiers last year, and you definitely did notice that even on a wet day, they really seem to use that space quite well on a big ground. So, interesting to see how they go.
They did very well last year, weren't they? They just snuck into the 5, and then by a couple of points, and then North Beach, the red hot favourites in the grand final, but anyone can win on the grand final, and just their hardness over the footy. Scarborough, they're just very good on that wet and windy day at Bassendean, as you said.
Yeah, look, really good game of footy that day. We had the pleasure of calling it. It was a wet and windy day, but look, great game of footy. And look, the level of footy so far this year with the amateur competition, A-grade's been very good. And I think, as we said before, we look like we'll have a belter today.
Absolutely. And also, welcome to the team this year. Fantastic producing. Hayley, welcome aboard. Hayley having you on board, and also filming is young Ty Harris, the son of the former coach of the Claremont and West Perth coach, his old man. Know him very well, and he knows you as well. So welcome to the team, Ty, and also Hayley. His old man's Darren Harris, obviously. So other games around the ground this afternoon: Curtin Uni versus Wesley Curtin Uni versus Uni, Fremantle CBC versus North Beach, Trinity Equiners versus Collegians, and Wembley versus North Fremantle. Hopefully Wembley can have a win. This is obviously the play 2 and lost 2. And also major sponsors for the Scarborough Footy Club. Finally got the major sponsor here, Perth Scarborough. They've been the major sponsor for 7 years. Congratulations then. CNW Electrical. They are going to be the goal of the day. It's going to be the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. And also Sandbar plays the down. Benny Randall, I must declare a little bit of an interest here. That's my local pub to the Sandbar down in Scarborough. Oh, it's a fantastic venue. So if you do yourself a favour, you're going down Scarborough, go down and have a chat to Benny Randall. You'll see his old man Neil Randall, former life member for Subiaco and South, and running the Paddington Ale House was young fella Ben, who used to be the president and captain of the Scarborough Footy Club. He's wound himself down at the Sandbar, so ripping down there. Have a very big night on the Tuesday night, the quiz night, great prizes, cheap pizzas, coopers and free entry. So make sure you visit the Sandbar, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, they've got Mother's Day down there on the 9th of May. So look, get your mum the perfect present. Gift voucher for the Sandbar. Visit sandbar.com.au as well. But look, great to have some good sponsors of the footy club.
Absolutely. So we're just about coming up to the end of this game of the reserves. There's been a good victory. Looks like it's going to be by Scarborough 7-5 to 6-1. My nephew, young Riverson Robbins, out there. He's had a fairly good game, number 8, pushing into the senior side there. But a very strong side of Scarborough, and hopefully they might give Kingsway a run for the money. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, we saw them very impressive. In fact, winners all over the ground, didn't they?
Yeah, they were a super team that day. They look, their forward line's really, really damaging. Once they got that ball inside 50, they had so many options there. Looks like most of those guys are playing again today. Kyle Halligan, he was super early before he ended up getting poleaxed and took his impact out of the game. And young Braden Furmark, BT, looked really, really good. 5 goals that day as well, I think. and look, probably proved to be the difference towards the end of the game. But look, they really ran away with it late in the game. I think they ended up winning by about 6 goals or so.
Yep.
And they'll be a handful for the Scarborough team today.
A couple of big ins for Scarborough, obviously my nephew Josh, who's down at Subiaco. So watch yourself, player number 25, Ding McGuane, plays off the halfback flank, elusive pace, very good player, so watch him. He's going to be a good acquisition for them. And also number 20, Brandon Young, Colin Young, the player manager. He's a young fella, Brandon, so he's come down from Subiaco as well. So both of those two guys, as the siren sounds here, so it's a victory here to the reserves, to the Scarborough, 7-5 to Kingsway 6-1, so good victory for them. So I think with those ins and also the home ground advantage here, I think it's going to be closer than we first realised the war, because I thought Kingsway probably more than likely going to take the chocolates, but I think Scarborough with a lot of their players in, I think they're going to be very, very competitive.
Oh, look, you look right the way across their list. Scott Worthington, been a very, very good player for years and years. Number 3, Joel Ashman, obviously the medal winner from a few years back as well. Spoke to him before the game, Braden Antonio, ex-West Perth, super talented left footer, and he'll be very, very good at this level. Mitch McPhee, ex-Subiaco and West Perth as well. Harrison Court, ex-Claremont, and we can't forget Wade Toomey, years and years of experience there as
Carlton.
well.
He's out there now with a whiteboard. And number 4,
coach.
Adam Valalonga. So his nickname's Medals. Adam Valalonga. He's won the last 2 best on ground in the grand final. So we'll see how he goes number 4. So should be a very, very good game. Scarborough run out the ground already, doing their preliminary warm-ups. Don't know about the breeze here, Ward. Maybe.
I was just starting to feel a bit cold on the back, mate. So I'm saying it's going across the ground a little bit there.
Yeah.
But look, I'm not sure what it will do for us today, but we'll see how the game unfolds. Beautiful conditions otherwise, though.
Oh, yeah, the conditions here. Well done to the City of Stirling, who've maintained this oval very well. They've upgraded the change rooms behind us very well, so looking forward to having a couple of beverages after the game here at the home of Scarborough. And the nickname is Mill, mate, short for Millington Oval, so that's where the name comes from, Mill. As Kingsway now to the right, running onto the jumpers. So they're in the silver jumpers, led out by their captain, Rowan Brooks. Obviously, we've got a few famous brothers playing for them. We've got a few Nyland brothers, the Brooks, Mitchell, and also Rowan. So it's very good to have a few brothers playing in the side for Kingsway.
Yeah, a couple of Halligans as well, a couple of Bestries. So definitely a family kind of feel to the Kingsway Footy Club there.
That's very good, and also play was very impressive last week was number 12, Chad Barnes. I think you knew him from the days at East Perth and West Perth. Chad uses the ball very well. He will probably line up on the wing. He has a lot of run and carry, and also looking forward to this play too. Reece Guilfey, number 14, his brother Matt plays for Essendon, and his parents are here this afternoon, so he played very well. Reece runs off the half-back flank as hard as nails, so got a lot of famous names for both clubs, Scarborough and Kingsway.
Oh, that's what we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks here. Just the level of talent that ends up at the amateur level, especially the A-grade level, that comes back and enjoys playing football. Maybe not at the super serious level of, let's say, a Waffle or those players that get the opportunity to go and play at the AFL level, but some super talent down here, nonetheless. And we get to see some really quality footy with these young fellas down here.
So winning the toss is Ryan Sheen for Scarborough. They'll be kicking to the right of the screen, and Kingsway will be going to the left. Now, I'm going to put a nickname already for Ryan Sheen. I'm going to call him Mike Sheen.
You
the
like
famous
it,
ball cutter, Mike Sheen, very famous.
I'm
going to call him Ryan Sheen. So Ryan Sheen's the captain. Like I said, they're kicking to the right of the screen. And like you said, Ward, the conditions here are absolutely magnificent. Missed last week due to COVID. Very unusual, some of the conditions, people trying to run around playing with masks on, mate. It's starting to get a bit, to me, out of control. But
yeah,
I'll leave that to the politicians.
No, I think we will as well. I've got my own strong opinions on that. But look, I'm glad to be out here today, out in the open, not having to wear a mask while we're trying to do this type of work. But look, you look at the conditions around some places in the rest of the world, and mate, how blessed are we to be watching footy with a good crowd actually here today, that we can all enjoy it in, beautiful conditions and the life that we get to have.
Absolutely, and looking at around the world, like I said, poor old India, over 360,000 cases of COVID and 3,500 people dying a day. It's just tragic what's happening in the world, and you said we're just so privileged to actually be out in the fresh air and have the ability to talk to people, socialise with people and have a drink with people.
Oh, definitely right. It's until you start losing those little bits and pieces you don't realise how important they are. So, yeah, as you said, maybe pop back to the bar at the mill here at the end of the day, grab a couple of bevies, and get to enjoy company with the locals around here.
Absolutely. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Two. Who's going to win, mate? Ward, who's going to win?
Look, as we said, we've only seen Kingsway live so far, and they were super impressive. They've been really good all season. Scarborough, the premiers from 2020. But look, I'm probably going to have to pick Kingsway. I know Scarborough have got some good experience there. I just think the forward line is going to be a bit too strong. I'm not seeing down from the Scarborough team probably who's going to be able to control a couple of those really, really crafty forwards. So Kingsway for me by probably a couple of goals.
Yeah,
Yourself?
probably the same. The heart goes with Scarborough, but I think the head has to go with Kingsway. I think, like I said 2 weeks ago, they were very impressive. They've got a good balanced team right across from down back, midfield, and also in the key forward areas. I just think they'll probably be too strong. But interesting, there's a lot of Subiaco players playing for both sides here, so it'll be Subi versus Subi. So, but to mine, I think Kingsway probably by 4 goals.
Yeah, well, at least it shows that we're up for a good game of footy either way. And, as both teams go through their last preparation, starting to warm up, probably can't be too far away from a bounce now here, I wouldn't have thought, Cam.
Exactly like I said, we'll just repeat those other games around the ground. So looking forward to getting some scores throughout the game. I know you're going to update people on the waffle scores around the ground, but other games being played are Curtin Uni versus Uni, Fremantle CBC versus North Beach, Trinity Aquinas versus Collegians, and Wembley versus North Fremantle. Even more importantly, next Friday night, we're down at Fremantle Oval for a night game.
Is that right?
Uni versus Fremantle CBC at Fremantle Oval on a Friday at 7 o'clock. So unbelievable.
Excellent.
A little advert I saw in today's West Australian. So well done to Dave Armstrong and the board of the West Australia Amateur Footy League, or the Perth Footy League as it's known now. It's celebrating 100 years of footy, so a fairly good effort.
Oh, look, excellent. Fremantle Oval, great ground to go and watch footy at. Looking forward to doing that one. I haven't got to call a night game with yourself yet, so that's going to be an experience for us. And yeah, looking forward to it, mate.
I think throughout the year, I think they're going to have the state game, the country versus the amateurs too. I think that's going to be down Fremantle as well. So hopefully get used to the surroundings down there. So be a very, very, very good game of footy. So thanks for your company once again, Cam Robbins and also Ward Harris doing the calling for you this afternoon. Once again, thank you very much to Haley doing the producing, push on the buttons, and young Ty Harris doing their filming for you this afternoon. Thanks for your company. Players are getting to their positions. Now, Scarborough are kicking to the right of the screen, and Kingsway are kicking to the left of the screen. Scarborough are in the black, the yellow, and the green jumpers, and Kingsway are in the grey, black with a white V. So, if you have it there, we'll do it. We'll try to do as much calling here. Looking forward to see young Adam Valonga. His nickname's his medals. He's won 2 F&Bs in the grand final. He's lining up on a wing, so that duel should be a good one. With also Nick Nylander as well, and the other wing, Chad Barnes, looking to see the way he plays. So looks like Wade Toomey's just thrown him straight in the guts. Why not? You're the captain. I'm going to go straight in the guts.
Jump straight in. Yeah, a bit of experience to chuck straight in the middle. It's it's going to be important that they do well around the contest early in the game. I noticed that with the inside midfield Bulls, especially Rowan Brooks last time we got to see him. Really, really strong in the contest. So Scarborough will need to half that and make sure they do well there to get a good start today.
So in the middle of the ground, umpire's about to start the game. Doing the ruck where it's going to be Jack Follett for Kingsway and Black Ebsworth for the mighty Scarborough Footy Club. So here we are. We're about to start. Umpire throws the ball up. Oh, good ruck work. Well, tuck up to Follett. Brings the ball to the ground. Got a push in the back. Umpire didn't say that. Follett gets by hands. Handball's over to Barnes on the right. Fit is all by himself here, Chad Barnes. The ball stands up. He'll be okay. Gets now Loza's eyes. Fantastic passage of play. And hits Zach Pesci lace up. Well, once again, Chad Barnes, like I said before the game, he uses the ball extremely well and very good kick.
Yeah, look, Kyle Halligan there out on the mark. Led out really, really strong at the footy. A bit of a carbon copy of what we saw against Curtin Uni last time down at Curtin Uni. Kyle Halligan starting beautifully.
Hands, isn't he?
Yeah, really, really strong hands, and you'd have to back him in from here.
Says Halligan, right on the 15-metre mark. Not much breeze to talk about. Deliberate shot of goals. Umpire does not move. That's pistol straight. First goal to Kingsway, courtesy of Kyle Halligan. A fantastic kick for goals, and a very good start to the play to Kingsway.
Geez, that would have taken the Scarborough defence by by surprise there. Really good out of the middle by Zach Bestry. He was good in the ruck last time for them. Great link-up play then. Chad Barnes, as we said, super dangerous. Straight to Halligan. And one goal straight already to Kingsway.
Tell you what, Tommy Willett down full back for Scarborough, mate. His nickname's Mad Dog. I tell you what, he's got to be mad to playing on Kyle Halligan's. Like you said, just a very, very strong hands and a beautiful kick for goal. So good start in the middle of the ground once again. It's Etzworth, brings the ball to the ground, running onto the ball, running over was Ashman. Gets it back here, Joel Ashman, runs on his left foot, kicks the ball down to the Scarborough, attacking up about 45 metres out. Ball comes to the ground, good ball, falls in the hands there for Antonio. That's Braden Antonio, caught one high, surely. Umpire's seen that as well. So Brandon Antonio.
Oh, he's
giving it the other way.
called holding the ball there.
Oh, no, it's all over the back for me, but unfortunately I'm not a ruckman. I'm not an umpire, so Reece Waters will get the relieving kick for Kingsway. He lowers his eyes, good kick, hits his teammate over the far side. That's Daniel Whitfield. Whitfield decides to switch the play. That's Barnes. Finds Waters. He's had 2 possessions already. He's done okay. Comes through the corridor. Good kick. It's risky, but it pays off. And falls in the hands of Nylander. That's Nick Nylander, the 2 brothers out there this afternoon. He lowers his eyes, tries to find Lachlan Ricketts all by himself. Lets his teammate run onto it. And beautiful use of the ball once again being taken by Matt Jackson. Hit his teammate over there, lace out. That's a very, very good uncontested mark to Brennan Pearce. He's about 45 metres. Geez, they use the ball very well, don't they, Kingsway, Ward?
Yeah, look, they do really well with it. Reece Waters looks like he started off a half back line, which just good using his kicking ability there. Their ability to move the ball up the ground. Brennan Pearce with a set shot on goal now.
He's about 40 metres out. Right behind this one, deliberate shot at goals. Aims it right. The Breeze is going to bring that straight around and hits the pine. Good kick. Bit of breeze down. That's probably favouring the Kingsway's end maybe from that kick there, Ward.
Yeah, it looks like we might have maybe a 1 goal difference there or 1 goal advantage.
So doing the kicking out for Scarborough is Harrison Court. Hits his teammate over there in Brad Westcombe. Lowers his eyes. Good kick. Passes the play. Finds Sam Davies. Davies holding the ball up, decides to kick the ball down the line. The Breeze is going to hold that ball up and taking a good mark once again. Chad Barnes. Barnes, umpire's call played on, is decided to play, goes straight down the line to the true centre half forward position. Halligan over the top, good sport by Willett, brings the ball to the ground. There's Reece Guilford, caught one high. The umpire's seen that. Has play on it to advantage. This play we talked about before, he's a very good play in Deng on the right foot, tries to find Brandon Young. He's overrun it. Running on the foot is Whitfield for good effort by Young. His second effort was fantastic. Running on the play there was Brad Westcombe. Held to him. The umpire says, give the ball to me. Like I said, that Deng McGuire running off that half-back flank. He's that run and carry. They've got to use him very well. So the ball's into the ground here. Kingsway have it. There's Barnes again. He's already had 3 or 4 possessions. Tries to find Halligan. Halligan very quick on his feet. Smart. Kicks the ball to the centre half forward position. Tries to find Brendan Pearce. He went around the corner. Harrison Court taking good defensive mark for Scarborough. Decides to switch to play. Tries to find Tom Willett. Stands up, that could be okay. It doesn't. And that's probably a win for Kingsway, the reward, because they had 2 players over the far side, did Scarborough.
Yeah, they did. Interesting there. It looks like Harrison Court's playing loose behind the ball at the moment. So really dangerous player for them to leave loose. Let's see if Kingsway end up manning him up.
Umpire throws the ball in, the kick and a half out from the Kingsway goals. Doing the right work at Epsworth for Scarborough. He brings over the top. Kingsway have it. Halligan, he's smart between traffic. Opens up his hands, finds Barnes. Barnes on the right. Kicks the ball, and there's that play you mentioned before, Ward. The kick behind the play is Harrison Court. So Court takes in the defensive area for the ground for Scarborough. Early stages, Kingsway a 1-1. Scarborough yet to score. Harrison Court, that beautiful left foot. Tries to find his teammate over there in Zach Morgan. He's overrun it, but quick enough to get on his feet. But I think the boundary umpire said it's going to be a boundary line thrown, or he's got one high.
He's called a free kick there against Chad Barnes, I think.
He didn't see that, but obviously the umpire did. He was right on the spot. So Morgan has it. Lowers his eyes. Good kick. Finds a play there in Epsworth. He's played on by hands. Run and carry here by Courts, being very impressive. Finds Toomey on the far side. The captain coach takes one bounce. Lowers his eyes. Great kick. Great use of the footy. Good passage out play here by Scarborough, bringing the ball to the full 40 position. One-on-one, should keep his feet. Unfortunately not. The Kingsway player did. That's why they're out here. They've got numbers here. Can hit this player. Brendan Pearce is all by himself. Over at it did Pearce. Reached Guelphy over it. Well done by Guelphy. Didn't have it, surely. The umpire's seen that as well. Umpire's decided to play on and chipped the ball over the top, and Blake Epsworth has taken a good mark. The true centre-half forward position. He goes over on the far side, tries to find his teammate over there in Mitch McPhee. McPhee, very good. Surely got leg. The umpire didn't see that. He's gone back in the contest, McPhee. Good second effort by him. Brings the ball into the corridor. They have the numbers here, do Scarborough, but Kingsway by hands is good. The big fella down the back there in Adam Creeper throws on his right boot, and a good defensive mark's been taken by Matt Jackson. So Jackson, centre half back position for him, lowers his eyes and finds Kyle Halligan. Long way from goals as Halligan kicked the first goal. He's in the half back flank position. He decides to switch the play. It's a costly kick. They have the numbers. There's Valalonga's one of those players. Oh, the hands was too quick for the Scarborough teammate. Goes back on the contest with Sheehan. That's Mike Sheehan. Goes to Valalonga once again, using his pace. Gets nowhere to go, does Valalonga. So he bounces the back, finds Deng. Shows a bit of canny, this fella. He is, ordinary kick. Comes off. Sold a bit of canny. Was a play then, Ryan McCrabb. Willett's going to run back into the contest here for Scarborough. Stands up. Well done, Tom Willett. Backed himself. Good tackle in the second effort, was okay. Kingsway keep the ball into play. Mitchell was okay. They have the numbers out here. Finds a teammate over there, Luke Hamilton. Luke Hamilton on the left. Have the numbers here. Ball comes to ground. Oh, good, excellent tackle has been taken by Dang once again. Plays on the contest. Scarborough had one of those was Guelphy. He picked himself from the bottom. Good passage of play. Well played, Scarborough. Epsworth on the right foot. Tries to find Young, but overran the forward. And good marks been taken by Nylander. That's Nick Nylander over the top. Finds the teammate over there in Zach Bestry. Bestry decides to play on. Well done by Tom Willett. Read that very well. He did Ward in the back half of the ground.
Yeah, geez, it's been back and forth at the moment. I think turned over Halligan. Oh,
Did you read that play well, didn't he,
geez,
Kyle
he did,
Halligan?
didn't he? They Scarborough very, very lucky with that kick across goal. Could have cost them dearly. But yeah, look, the pace has been frenetic from either side of the ground at the moment. Both teams really playing with a great intent. Some of the skill errors costing both teams at the moment, but look, we've got a pretty even contest.
So we're going 8.5 minutes in the first quarter. Kingsway are 1-2-8. Scarborough are yet to score. That is on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. They push the ball deep in the forward line. If this runs on, this could be a goal from outside 50. Nice just touch on the side. Well done by James Eccles.
Jeez, Mitchy McPhee almost kicked that from probably 70 out, I would have thought.
And into a bit of a bruise as well. So first score to Scarborough. Kingsway bring the ball out through Nick Nylander. He started the claim very well. He can chip the ball over the contest because Brendan Pearce has just come onto the ground off the interchange bench. He takes a mark. Did he play on? I think he did. Umpire said no, he didn't. He's going to tell the player to time on now. Brings on his right boot. Oh, Willett takes a good, strong defensive mark. This is a good couple of minutes. Willett decides to switch the play. It's costly, but it comes off and finds his teammate over there in Ryan Sheen. It's young Mike Sheen. No, it's not. It's Curtis Riddell. Riddell on the right boot. They've got an army of time over there. One of those is Joel Ashman. He can get the handball over the top, and he finds his player. Then Luke Childs. Childs on that trusting left foot. Kicks the ball to half-forward flank. Tries to find his teammates there and Mick McPhee. McPhee's met very, very heavily by defensive play there and Matt Jackson. And it's a boundary line throw in early stage of the first quarter. And the Kingsway are 1-2-1, Scarborough 1 point. It's had a couple of good minutes so far, Scarborough. They've settled down a bit.
No, they have. I think that first clearance at the beginning of the game probably caught them off guard a little bit, but we've had even Stevens really since then with a lot of back and forth with the footy.
And tries to find Ryan Sheen. He hasn't kept his feet, and good defensive effort by the Kingsway defender. It's a boundary line throw in. They're probably about 30 metres out from the Scarborough, attacking 50 metres of the ground. A trail at the moment, 1 point to 1 goal to Kingsway. Umpire throws the ball in. Doing the ruck work, Kingsway is Jordan Bestry. He brings the ball to the ground. Quick kick off the ground has been taken by Brad Westcombe, and he's kicked that out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, interestingly there, watching Wade Toomey do the ruck work against big Jordan Bestry. So a bit of height advantage there for Bestry, but Scarborough still able to get the shot on goal.
Similar to Marlon Pickett last night, doing some ruck work for Richmond.
He's done that a couple of weeks now, hasn't he?
It's been unbelievable. So Kingsway, tucked in the pocket, lowers his eyes. It's a good kick. Oh, just about hit his teammate. There was Luke Spataro, but it's a boundary line throw just outside the 50-metre mark of the attacking area of Scarborough. We've gone 10 minutes 44 of the first quarter. Thanks for your company, Cam Robbins and Ward Harris doing the calling for you this afternoon. The ball comes to the ground. Scarborough have it here, but somehow Kingsway get a boot on the ball. That was through Barnes. Good sprawl over the top by Willett. He's called, no, a bit high. They could be out here if the ball stands up here. Kingsway, it's a race for the races here. One of those players there is Furmark. Furmark goes one way, goes the other. Nothing to kick, so he decides to do himself, and he kicks a great goal. Smart.
As soon as that ball went over the top, I thought, geez, I reckon he's got the wheels here. Started ending up getting a fair bit of distance on the poor Scarborough defender, but went to go on his right, came back inside, onto the left, never in doubt, was it?
And notice how he's trying to find his teammate. There's no one there. He says, I may as well do it myself. Like I said, it was very impressive 2 weeks ago against Curtin Wesley, wasn't he?
Yeah, look, they're really going to need to keep a watch on him. Kicked 5 that week. He's got 1 on the board, only 10 minutes into the first quarter.
Absolutely. So good start for Kingsway. Scarborough's had their moments, but like I said, Kingsway with the dual key forwards up there. They're proving the difference at the moment. It's gone about 12 minutes for the first quarter. Kingsway are 2 goals, 2, and Scarborough are 1 point. That's on the Perth scoreboard. Scarborough scoreboard. Trying to brush his way through the contest was Ebsworth. Ball comes to the ground here. Scarborough have it. Chain of handballs fine. Come out to Ricketts from Kingsway. He throws on his right boot. Worthington's over there by himself. He's got an eternity there. No one on him. Decides to use his left foot. And fantastic kick and find his teammate over there in Mitch McPhee. McPhee, looking at his options, decides to lower his eyes and hits his team out, lace out in that same Dave. He's gained about 20 metres to have for Scarborough. Decides to play onto the hot spot in the centre half forward position. There's no one there apart from a chain of Kingsway players. So raffle them there. They have one now. Decides to switch to play on the right foot. It goes to Nick Nylander. He's had a very good start to the quarter. This fell off the half-back flank. There's Nylander. Decides to play on. Kicks the ball down to the line. Child his teammate over the top.
Oh.
Ball comes to the ground. Good effort there by Jamin Spinner Manstone from Scarborough. Oh, that could be down the ground. And the umpire saw that as well. Chase Grabby Pepperonis. He eyed a grasshopper, but he's got a bit of ticker. There's Toomey. Decides to sock the ball onto Worthington. But good effort by the Kingsway player in Barnes. He's out number 3 on 1. Smart thinking by Barnes. Brings the ball in the contest. Fires Halligan. He didn't have it. The umpire was right on it. And very good effort by Chad Barnes earlier on. Out number 2 to 1. Halligan has it. Lowers his eyes. Harrison caught. Well done. Read that extremely well. Use his left foot and tries to find his teammate over there in Reece Guelphy. Guelphy decides to play on. Goes back to. Don't know what they're doing here, but they still have it. Scarborough. Through Reece Guelphy. Kicks the ball on the boot. There's a better kick. Brandon Young 1-on-1 brings the ball in the contest. Good effort by Young, who's outnumbered. Handball over to Brandon Antonio. Takes one bounce, uses that beautiful left foot kick, finds his best mate in Mitch McPhee, decides to play on, puts the afterburners on and goes, thank you very much. Great goal, Scarborough. Very good effort then. Set up very, very well down the back by Guelphy. Over the top was good and a very good passage of play by Scarborough.
Yeah, look, they've shown if they can get that little bit of time and space, they're going to be very, very dangerous. Some really quality ball use as we were coming up the ground there. Guelphy, excellent kick. Antonio found himself by, with a bit of room. And Mitch McPhee's always been very, very good at getting ahead of the footy. Was able to take that mark, stepped in board, showed his experience, and they've got their first goal on the board.
A very good effort, wasn't by Harrison Court to leave his player too there, Wardy, and attack the footy. Could have gone back, but hit the ball hard, hit over the top to Guelphy. A chain of good play there and a very good goal to Scarborough.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Court might have ended up becoming the matchup for Braden Furmark there, which will be a really good matchup to watch throughout the day.
So Brandon Young now is going to do the ruck work for Scarborough. Good move by this. Brings the ball to the ground. Good effort by Young. Tackle was okay over the top by Zach Morgan. Over the top, well done by Lachlan Ricketts. Goes to that far wing. This is where they have the run and carry. They do find Reece Waters on the right boot. But well done by Guelphy. Got a fingertip on it. Second effort was fantastic. Good play by Guelphy. Through the corridor finds Young. Young over the top. Finds Zach Morgan. Morgan's turned the ball straight back over to the Kingsway player. Hit this one-on-one contest. Good spoil by Court. That's a better match-up down there with Harrison Court. He's a bit more athletic. Here's that play again. Harrison Court. Good play. Decides to run and carry and kick the ball over the far side. Tries to find Brandon Young. Oh, Young takes a ripper. Great mark. That's close to the mark of the day there. Brandon Young. Fantastic mark. One of the sandbars play of the day, I would have thought.
I would have thought that'd be right, mate.
So once again, Harrison Court, he's done well. He plays on in every opportunity, decides to switch the play and finds Spinner Manstone on the left boot. Kicks the ball at the corridor. It's a risky kick. But they have the numbers here. Well done. Shows a bit of candy. There was Brad Westcombe. He's been floored after the game. Decides to play on. This player's played very well and reached Guilfy. Guilfy on the right boot. Good vision. Finds Worthington on the far half-forward flank. There's Wellington. Use that trusting left foot. It's a Barry Crocker. Tries to find his teammate over there. That player over there was Mitch McPhee. Handball over the top. Umpire said his boundary line through. Worthington could have done a lot more with that.
Yeah, he could. That was unlike Scott Worthington there. Normally a very good user of the footy. Then Mitch McPhee unfortunately spent it before he was able to get it. Free kick to the Kingsway side.
He started very well as Reece Guilfy, number 14. Young brother Matt plays for the Essendon Bombers. There's Young again, brings the ball to ground. That's about takes him. Well done, Brandon Young. Decides to play on through a chain of handballs. Good effort by Young. They can switch the ball play over. They turn the ball straight over. Geez, they're doing some ordinary efforts. They are. Scarborough should be a lot better than they are. Tries to find Chad Barnes by himself. Barnes overrun it. Second pickup was fantastic. Lowers his eyes by Barnes, but he's turned the ball straight over. Reading the ball extremely well was Zach Morgan. Decides to play on. Finds Tom Willett. Willett on the left foot. He's turned that straight over. There's a column of errors here at the mill at the minute. Kingsway have it now. They could be out here. Finds Furmark all by himself. He's got an attorney at the moment, Furmark. Decides to lower his eyes out of the corner of his eyes. Great kick. And finds Matt Jackson. There's some costly turnover, Scarborough.
There was, wasn't there? And they seem to find themselves in front of the footy at the moment. Kingsway was struggling to bring the ball out of defence. Scarborough seemed to find themselves in the right spot, just turning the ball over at bad times. The ball's come out there. Young Luke Halligan, the brother of Kyle Halligan, kicked the ball beautifully to Furmark. And here we go, Matt Jackson lining up, 35 metres out on a slight angle.
Deliberate shot at goal, Jackson, and it's gun barrel straight. They are kicking very well. It's a good goal to Matt Jackson's. That's third on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. Sees Kingsway 3-2. That's 20, and Scarborough 1-1-7. We've got about 17 minutes of the first quarter, and seeing young Colin Young. His young fella's going all right here at the moment. They'd be very proud of him. It's a good start here by Kingsway. They're going all right.
Yeah, look, been a good game of footy so far. Scarborough really able to, stem the flow a little bit. Had some good passages of footy. Able to spend a bit more time there in their own forward line. Just not able to capitalise, and Kingsway with a well-deserved 2-goal break at the moment.
So the ruck work so far is going to be Bestry for Kingsway versus Ebsworth for Scarborough. Ball's in the ground. We'll give that to Ebsworth. Push off the ground to me. He didn't have it, surely. No, it's given the play to the other one. That's Rowan Brooks. So the captains, Brooks, have it right in the bullseye of the well. DeSouza's lowers his eyes, reading the play extremely well to the Scarborough defender. They can switch the play over here. And finds fella longer. That's Adam. Lowers his eyes and find his teammate. Should have ran onto the ball there with Zach Morgan. He overran it. They have the numbers here to Kingsway. Finds the hang of Luke Spataro. He goes back and finds Rowan Brooks, the captain. He decides to switch the play and finds Ricketts. So Lachlan Ricketts, centre half back position, lowers his eyes. That's an ordinary kick here. Willett has it, read it extremely well for Scarborough. Goes to Valalonga. That's a better kick. Uses the corridor and finds his teammate Lass out and Curtis Riddell. Riddell he can go to and find Dang in the half back flank. Boy from Subiaco. Shows a bit of run and carry. Decides to switch the play. It's a good passage of play here by Scarborough. They can go over the top. Oh, it's an ordinary set-up handball. Read it very well was Matt Jackson for Kingsway. But they have the ball here through Toomey. A chain of handballs okay and finds Curtis Riddell. Decides to take one bounce over the top. That was to Joel Ashman over the top once again. Takes another bounce. 35 metres out. Handball over the top. Finds Young. Young on the right boot. Kick around the corner was fantastic. I tell you what, he's kicked a goal. Great goal there to young Brandon Young. They need that goal. They pegged that back extremely well. So on the Pearl scoreboard, see Scarborough 2-1, the trail Kingsway 3-2. But well done there to Brandon Young.
Yeah, great passage of play there. It was interesting watching Kingsway try and move the ball inside 50 there. I noticed both the Scarborough wings actually folded behind the contest there, so they end up with an extra 3 players. And when they were able to bring the ball out on that far wing, 4 Kingsway players just in the middle of the ground not doing a lot. So you saw those sheer amount of numbers forward of the ball, and a perfect opportunity for Brandon Young to get his first goal of the afternoon. Yeah,
he started well. Young, very versatile player. His old man Colin, a very famous player manager, just standing there to the right. Shout out to you, Youngie. It's in the middle of the ground once again. Good game this. Thanks for your company. Cam Robbins and Ward Harris doing the corn for this afternoon. Well done by Joel Ashman. Handball over the top, finds his captain coach there in Toomey. It should find his teammate over there in Sam Davies. Davies goes one way, goes the other. Could be holding the ball. He's ran into all kinds of trouble. And a good effort by Daniel Whitford, who will relieve the pressure for Kingsway. So late stages of the first quarter. Wouldn't be too much time to go in this first quarter. It's been a high-scoring first quarter. Kingsway have it. Hug it to the boundary line, taking a good defensive mark. Is the Scarborough player. Is Joel Ashman. He started very well, lowered his eyes. There's a good kick. And finds his teammate over the far side. They're kicking a half out for goal. Decide to lower his eyes to a one-on-one.
Oh.
Good mark once again. Young, strong.
Geez, the young Kingsway play there, not happy with the apparent hands in the back, but the umpire hasn't seen it. A great strong mark there by Brandon Young.
He started the game very strong, hasn't he? Very versatile play at Subi. He plays down back and also up forward, and also he's had to pinch it in the ruck. So Young, 30 metres out his own junior club with Scarborough, Brandon Young. So he's tucked away here in a pocket. Take a good kick for goals for there. Deliberate shot of goals, leans back on that. And just hasn't got straight, but touched on right on the goal line by Adam Creeper, a minor score. So in the Perth Scarborough scoreboard, Scarborough 2 goals 2. They trail Kingsway 3 goals 2, margin of 1 goal. And we're going 22 minutes in the first quarter. Kick tries to find Chad Barnes, sells a bit of candy, ran himself in a bit of trouble, but good effort, controlled by Chad Barnes, kicks the ball down the line, good spoil by Dang, goes to Guilford, caught one high surely, good play, Reece Guilford, he started very well, caught one high.
Kyle Halligan always very hard at the football.
Certainly is. There's Reece Guilford, goes back, finds Harrison Court, they have the passage of play, can open up the corridor. It's got to be a costly kick, but it's an effective one, and finds Curtis Riddell. Riddell goes up the corridor once again. This guy's been very lively early. Joel Ashman uses that trusting left foot. Good passage of play here by Scarborough. They chisel the ball up the far side, but they turn the ball straight back over. Look at using the corridor a lot, Scarborough, aren't they?
Yeah, they have been. Look, and this passage of play could be costly. Oh, free kick there, umpire. Yes, Luke Halligan with the free kick. Switches the play across to the wing. Chad Barnes should take an uncontested mark.
He does. Barnes, and he has it now. Decides to play on, kicks the ball down the line. Great kick to space. Well done, Barnes. He uses the ball so well and finds his captain there in Rowan Brooks. He just does not waste one passage of play, does he, Barnes? By hand or by foot, he's very, very effective.
No, I thought he was looking inside there to go for a kick right up the corridor, but as you said, lowered his eyes beautifully. Saw Brooks leading out in the pocket, and he's hit him really well. Tough kick for Rowan Brooks though. He's going to be kicking right on the 50, probably a 60-degree angle.
Starts it right with that breeze. That's going to bring it around.
Oh, jeez.
The minor score only.
Great shot on goal though.
It does. So the Perth scoreboard here at the Mill at Scarborough, Kingsway a 3 goals 3 and Scarborough a 2 goals 2. Late stages of the first quarter. Scarborough through Harrison Court. Decides to play on. Can use Guilford. He does do that. There's Guilford. Good handball over the top. Puts his player under a bit of pressure. Because that player was Ashman. There's Toomey. Good pressure there over the play there. And Jack Follett. Umpire didn't see that. Follett's got poleaxe. Umpire was right in the front and didn't see it. What's the run of the carry? This frame to Dang. Goes one way, goes the other, lowers his eyes. Great kick finds Worthington. Good passage to play here by Scarborough. Worthington sells a bit of candy. Takes one bounce, can handball over the top. They do that very effective. Finds his teammate over there in Joel Ashman. He hits his teammate over there in Shanahan over the top. Left foot, good patches of play. Umpire said it's not 10, decides to play on. Goes back to play in Westcombe. Westcombe sold himself into a bit of trouble. I tell you what, Scarborough stuffed that one right up.
Oh, jeez. Brad Westcombe found himself with a heap of room. Decided to go the very short kick, but it was that bit too short. And quarter time we have here at the Mill. Score check, Cam Robbins.
Certainly are. Kingsway 3 goals 3, Scarborough 2 goals 2. Major scorers for each respective sides for Kingsway. Matt Jackson's got 1, Halligan 1, and also Brandon Furmark has 1 for Scarborough. Mitch McPhee has kicked 1, and also Brandon Young has kicked 1. He's had a very good start to the game as Brandon Young. Been a very good quarter of footy.
Yeah, look, I think it has been. Kingsway obviously came out of the blocks really strongly, kicking that first goal in the first minute of the game, and I thought, geez, here we go again. But Scarborough, to their credit, really came back strong. Probably wasted a couple of opportunities with their ball use. But look, to their credit, they seem to be the one that once they get the ball forward to centre, they seem to have that extra bit of time and space. So, look, I think they've really got the ability to stay right in this game and take it right up to a Kingsway side.
Absolutely. So, quarter time of this round 4 clash at the Mill, home of Scarborough. Millington Oval sees Kingsway 3-3. Scarborough are 2-2. We'll take a short break and back to you for the start of the second quarter. back to Millington Oval. Mill here, Scarborough. Very good game of footy. There's Kingsway 3-3, Scarborough 2-2. Interesting that Scarborough started the second quarter. Probably two of the most prominent players on the ground for Scarborough in Brandon Young and Harrison Court starting on the bench. So maybe, don't know what's going on there. And I believe there could be another potential COVID update.
Yeah, we're hearing a press conference soon from the... we'll keep crossed for a good outcome out of that today.
Yeah, I think they're over the top here myself, but like I said, we're just so glad we're here at the moment. A very good game of footy this. So on the Perth scoreboard, like I said, Scarborough trail 2-2 to 3-3. And would you believe, thank you much, Youngie, Colin, give us the score of the Hawks and St Kilda, and Saints are up by 33 points. So yeah, giving Hawks absolutely. I knew when Hawthorn lost O'Meara and Wingard, we're in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, 34-1 though, mate. That's not great.
Yeah, not a good start. So start of this second quarter. Cam Robbins and Ward Harris doing the calling for you this afternoon. Thanks for your company. Besto wins the ball for Kingsway. Worthington brushes his brute strength through to the centre half forward position. Overrunning, well done by Toomey. Used the hands very well over the top. Finds Morgan. Morgan on the right. He's turned that one right over to out of bounds on the full, but good effort by Scarborough, the first centre clearance. Good passage of play to going forward. I think Zach Morgan probably had a lot more time than he thought there. Ward?
Yeah, I think he did as well. Real good power from Scott Worthington, though, there, straight out of that middle. And, geez, they looked dangerous there, didn't they?
So they have it now to Kingsway. Over the top, finds Brooks. Stood under that. Caught one, the old cauliflower ears over the top by the player in Sam Davies. So, kick here to Rowan Brooks. He decides to play the ball down the line to this far wing. Numbers over the top. Good strong mark by the Kingsway player in Zach Bestry. There's Bestry. Decides to play and finds Chad Barnes. Barnes goes one way, goes the other. Good chain of handballs. Finds his captain there in Rowan Brooks over the top, taking a very good strong mark. Handball was okay over the top too, was by Mitchell Brooks. It's a one-on-one contest here. Oh, overrunning. Well, that's a throw by the Kings. Well done by Gwilfrey. Read it extremely well. Lowered his eyes, but he's turned the ball straight over and hit his opposition player, Nick Nelander, on the far side. Well done by Gwilfrey, but just turned the ball over.
Yeah, unfortunate was he. Did really, really well. Kingsway looked right out there, but unfortunately turned the ball over, and Nick Nylander going back for a shot on goal.
His brothers probably had the better of the players tonight, but if Nick gets this, could be a very good start for Kingsway in the second quarter. There's Nylander Nick tucked away in the pocket, stays at left, and that's where it finishes for a minor scoreboard. First score of the second half on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard goes to Kingsway. They are 3 goals for Scarborough, 2 goals to. Scarborough decides to play on and finds a teammate there in Jamie Spinner Manstone. We just call me Jamie because it's saying that it's like chewing a handful of gravel. There's Jamie on the left boot, just kicks that high. Oh, Worthington over the top, ball comes to ground. Once they have the numbers here, is Thomas Irwin, ran over the top. Irwin, well done by the Scarborough player, just through brute strength, just shrugs the ball over. Caught one hole when Brad Westcombe. The umpire said no, he didn't. Could be holding the ball from mine. The umpire said no, it doesn't. Set on by about 4 or 5 players are the Kingsway players, and having a bit of a push and a shove there are the Scarborough playing Brad Westcombe and also James Eccles.
Yeah, Scarborough, when they started running forward there, they really run in numbers, don't they? If they get that ball out, they look really, really dangerous when they're going forward.
So umpire's going to throw the ball up. Westcombe surely got smothered out of the play. There's no advantage there, surely. It's got to go back. Umpire's got to go back. Yeah, it's got to give it back to Westcombe. The big fella, big Blakey Ebsworth, is going to have it for Scarborough right in front of the interchange bench. Decides to play on to Sam Davies. Davies puts his ball on the boot. There's that Breeze taking the ball over the top. Good ball over the top by the Kingsway defender in Mitchell Brooks. And boundary line throw in about 50 metres out from the Scarborough forward 50.
Yeah, you can see Mitch McPhee ready for that ball to come over the back there. As I said, just reads that ball very, very well. And if he'd got onto it, probably a certain goal for Scarborough. So
the boundary umpire's going to throw the ball in. About 35 metres out from the Scarborough goal. Umpire throws the ball in. Kingsway have the numbers here. Could be a throw. Decides to play. No, that could be holding the ball. Good tackle by the Scarborough player. They've gone up the ante, the Scarborough forwards this quarter Ward, they're just trying to block their ball into their forward 50.
Yeah, good to see the extra pressure there around the contest.
Says McPhee. I said he certainly did. This is a free kick here to the Scarborough player. We'll pick it up in a minute. It's young Jolie Ashman.
Yeah, it looks like Ashman will be trying to see if he can offload this ball here. I think it's right on his limit. Kicks it just in.
Yeah, pretty ordinary kick, didn't it? Tried to find his teammate there in Sam Davies. They turned the ball over once again, Scarborough. They've had a lot of those, the uphill turnovers this afternoon at Scarborough. And Luke Spataro decides to switch the ball. It could be a costly if the Scarborough player gets there. He doesn't. And good defensive marks been taken by Mitchell Brooks. He decides to use his left foot. Geez, that's a good kick. Had to be centimetre perfect, and it was. Played on the advantage there was Adam Creeper, and he's just kicked that one out of bounds on the full. Very sloppy 2 or 3 minutes by both sides at the moment there, Ward.
Yeah, look, the pressure's been on, and everyone's been going pretty hard at the contest, but it's really seeing the skills drop down quite a bit at the moment. So both teams feeling each other out, but it's been a hotly contested 5 or so minutes early on.
Banderline throws and will give the ruck work over the top to Bestry, but Valalonga has it for Scarborough, kicks the ball to a one-on-one, or just standing his feet was well done by McPhee. McPhee! Good goal! Fantastic goal, outnumbered, kept his feet, went back on the contest, and he brings up his second goal.
Yeah, look, really well done there. Quick kick in, Valalonga right to the hot spot. Mitch McPhee found himself against Adam Creeper, so he was always going to have his advantage with probably size and bulk. But look, McPhee was able to get on the backside of him and sock it through a beautiful goal there. His second of the afternoon.
So on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard, Kingsway 3 goals for Scarborough, 3 goals 2, margin of 2 points. We have a ripping game here at the Mill. Thanks for your company. This fantastic A-grade game of footy between these two fantastic sides in Kingsway and Scarborough. So right in the bullseye here at the Mill. The field umpire is going to throw the ball up. Doing the ruck work is Blake Epsworth. He's done okay so far for Scarborough. He's going to versus Zach Bestry for Kingsway. Umpire seen someone's run into the square, and you'll find that Chad Barnes has run into the square. That's a costly effort. And Scarborough have the free kick right in the middle of the ground, so it's going to be taken by the ruck work. The umpire's seen that as well. It's Blake Epsworth decides to play on. Goes to Worthington on that beautiful left foot, kicks it to the hot spot to a one-on-one. Outnumbers here, good sprawl over the top was done by Adam Creeper. Bring the ball to the ground. Oh, lucky didn't run that into deliberately. Was Matt Jackson. He decides to play on. Jackson brings it on the far side and hits his teammate. Lace out. Goes back to that player in Bailey Nylander. He can switch the play once again, trying to find James Eccles over the top. He does that, finds Eccles. Use his left foot, and that's an ordinary kick and turns it straight over to Harrison Court. So Harrison Court could kick and a half out for goal for Scarborough. He decides to play on, kicks the ball left. What's an inside banana left foot? Because you know what? He had the captain coach calling for him, so that's what you've got to do. But the ball's still tucked away in the forward 50. Scarborough have there, caught one high, surely he didn't. It was Ashman. He decides to play on. Young attacks the ball with vigour. Good tackle over the top, done by Eccles, the player, and the ball's going nowhere. So umpire says, give the ball to me. We're 15 metres out from the Scarborough attacking forward area trail at the moment, only by 1 point. So doing the ruck work is Wade Toomey for Scarborough. Did very well. Good tackle by Ashman. Brought the play to the ground. Reece Waters has been fairly quiet this afternoon so far. There, Ward?
Yeah, he has. Look, he started off half back, and he seems to have found himself now a little bit more around the contest, but still playing out of the back line.
So Worthington end up doing the ruck work for Scarborough. Finds Guelphy, or hit the ball very well. Kept the ball under the contest. Oh, smart thinking then play was Joel Ashman. Fanned Valalonga. He just found his teammate. Reading it, probably the better play was Adam Creeper. Creeper decides to use the pace. He's trying to get hold. That could be holding the ball. Is it holding the man? It's the ladder. And Adam Creeper will relieve the pressure for Kingsway.
Yeah, really well done there by the big man. He hasn't necessarily got a huge amount of pace, but look, did really well to keep the ball in front and get the free kick.
Decides to switch the play and finds James Eccles. Ordinary kick. Eccles can go back. They're gaining nothing here, Kingsway, apart from they do have possession of the footy. And falls in the hand of Adam Creeper. He decides to do a lower kick, and that's an ordinary kick, and that's going to cost them. Have the no ball, Scarborough. Ashman just goes bang on that left foot. I don't think it was just, it was Brayden Antonio,
Antonio.
pistol foot Antonio, and that is a very, very good goal to Scarborough. And the first time this afternoon, Ward, they hit the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Scarborough probably deserve to be in front as well now. Their pressure around the contest is really lifted. But look, Kingsway, as you mentioned there before, Cam, really struggling to get the ball, out of their back line, kind of just tipping it around a little bit. And the way we've seen some of the skills today, those Scarborough forwards, especially those crafty ones in, look, Antonio and McPhee, if they get a bit of time, they're going to make you pay. And Brayden Antonio with his first for the afternoon.
And probably the viewers left the screens, probably advantage, isn't it? The breeze going down.
Yeah, look, there
left
seems to be a goal or so there. As we said a bit earlier, I can feel the breeze on my back a little bit, but it's definitely still going across the ground and definitely a little bit to left of screen.
So middle of the ground, once again, at the mill. Umpire throws the ball up. Did the ruck work very well. Was a big fella in Blake Epsworth. He's given a free kick, finds Barnes. Barnes looks like he's put down after. Oh, well done by Guelphy. Read the play extremely well. Reece Guelphy on the right. Brings it down, but falls in the hands of Reece Waters. That's not Waters, it's Bailey Nylander. Apologies there. Nylander has it. Lowers his eyes, good kick to space. And hits up his teammate over there, and Reece Holman. Holman right in front of the Scarborough interchange area. Holman decides to play on. There's that breeze, just holding the ball up. Players didn't talk there with the Scarborough players. That's why the balls come to the ground. But they have numbers there. Well done by Harrison Court. Read extremely well. Over to Kent. Over the top was Barnes. Took an absolute beautiful mark. Did Chad Barnes. And that's going to be 50. And this is a costly turnover. And well done by Chad Barnes.
Yeah, look, really well done. He raised his eyes there and he had two Kingsway players in fur mark, and I can't see who that other player is. It might be Brennan Pearce in the forward line there as well, ready to go. But look, he's going to get an absolute gimme here. Strolls into goal.
And kicks
straight through the
straight
middle.
over the goal umpire's head. So that's close to the sandbar player of the day to Chad Barnes. Took an absolutely ripping mark over the top, and very costly those 50 metres mark, Ward, because that's cost Scarborough a goal.
Yeah, look, it has indeed there, but look, it was a goal that Kingsway really, really needed. Scarborough starting to get on top in this contest, but Chad Barnes, excellent work and gets a goal that's well deserved. Kingsway, I think, back in front now by a point.
Yeah, Chad Barnes, good consistent start to the season. 3 games so far, and he's would have polled a few votes, I reckon. Did very well against Wesley Curtin 2 weeks ago, Ward, and apparently played very well against Wembley in the first game at Pat Goodridge. So good start by him, and a much deserved goal for Kingsway, who hit back to front by 1 point. Ball's in the middle of the ground here. Kingsway have numbers. Good pick up under his feet was Reece Waters. Lowers his eyes, and well done by Deng. Rang it very, very well. There's Deng decides to play on. Uses his pace, lowers his eyes. Try to find his teammate over there in Zach Morgan. He kept his second effort by Morgan was outstanding. Could be in a bit of trouble here, the Kingsway player. Umpire says no, he isn't. Give the ball to me. Throwing the ball up. Starting to get a bit chilly here at the mill at the minute. I'll have to get my wind sheeter out. I left it in my car, Ward, so not happy about that. The ball's onto the ground. Scarborough has it. Through the numbers, the big fella in Blake Epsworth. Held to him. Umpire says give the ball to me. Bottom of the ground once again has been Reece Waters. He's lifted his tempo the last probably 5 or 6 minutes for Kingsway. Cop one high over the shoulder was the Kingsway player. Jordan Bestry, the umpire seen that as well. There's Bestry. Umpire's called play on, so he decides to go straight up the corridor. Or just about spoiled a mark there was Luke Childs. Oh, good tackle there was the Kingsway player. Falls in the hands of Reece Waters. Waters on the right boot. Tries to find upset. Good spoil over the top by Harrison Court.
Might be a free kick, I think.
He's given the kick. I didn't see that. I think you might find it's fair. Mark has it there, Ward, I would have thought.
No,
Or is it Creeper going forward?
No, I think that might be Jordan Bestry, possibly. Young Zach playing in the middle, and I think Jordan could be forward.
So good effort here. Pick this player up in a minute for Kingsway. Taking a deliberate shot of goals. Tucked away in a pocket.
Oh, no, you might be right, actually. That could be Creeper.
You find it is Creeper. Yeah, that's right. He's crept down from full back as the big fella, and he's thrown him down to full forward. So a pretty good move by Kingsway coach to get him back into the contest, and a very, very good goal by Adam Creeper.
Yeah, very good. Look, Kingsway, a couple in a row now. It's starting to probably stamp their authority on the contest. The one player that really is having a bit of difference is that player that we said had disappeared.
Reece Waters.
Reece Waters. He's probably had 5 or 6 since we said that. So, look, starting to make a bit of difference, and Kingsway opening up a 7-point lead.
Commentators curse their Ward. You pump their tyres out and you lower him, and he's come back to say, these commentators give me the Tom Tits here, so I want to up my ante, and he's had a very good 5 or 6 or so minutes, as Reece Waters. So on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard, Kingsway are 5 goals, 4 Scarborough are 4 goals, 3 in the ground of the contest. Teamy over it. Try to get the ball out of the ground. Running onto the footy was Cole Halligan for Kingsway. He's set upon by about 3 or 4 players at the moment. And we've gone 14 minutes of the second quarter. It's been ebbs and flows by both. Toomey through brute strength, wheels out the handball. Good effort, finds just grabbed Paparoni on the right. Starts to find his teammate there in Sheen. We're calling young Mike Sheen. Young Ryan Sheen decides to play and use his left foot. He's turned the ball straight over and finds the Kingsway defender in Jack Follett. He's done that a few times, Scarborough, haven't they? Just turned the ball over. Ooh. Taking a good strong mark is Daniel Whitfield for Kingsway. He can lower his eyes and hits his team up there in Reece Holman. So Holman, the true centre-half back position, decides to play on down the line, hits his teammate Lace out. It's a firm mark. He decides to play on, costly kick, but touched off the boot. Good effort here. If it could be in a bit of trouble here, the Kingsway player, the umpire said no, give the ball to me. It's held into his position. Just need to get us some kind of certainty back into the contest to Scarborough at the moment.
Yeah, look, both teams just chipping the ball around a little bit at the moment. Still a few skill errors out there as well.
Well done by Young. Just thumped the ball forward, gained a few metres, but Nick Nylander on the left foot read that extremely well. Stands up here for Pearce. He could be outnumbered here. Was Valalonga. Went back into the contest with Pearce on the right. Good chain of handball by Kingsway, but under pressure was good. Hit the ball hard, was caught and just burnt. Well done by Chase on the right boot. Kicks around the corner. And it could be out of bounds on the full or touched. It's the ladder. It's a bit of a win there for Scarborough because Kingsway looks like they're going to push the ball once again in the attacking forward area.
Yeah, look, absolutely right. I noticed Valalonga and then Luke Spatara both seem to be matching up on each other, playing on that wing. Both speedsters. Spatara very good for Kingsway last time we saw him play.
So really good effort over the far side once again by Brandon Young. Hits over the right. This could stand up, could be okay. Handball over the top. Was good. Handball back. Well, good tackle by the Kingsway player. Falls the hands of, once again, that player before, Mitchie McPhee. He knows where their goals are. He brings up his 3rd goal. What done, Mitch McPhee. But I tell you what, it started from down here in the ruck work by Brandon Young. Was absolutely outstanding. Good effort by him and a good goal for Scarborough. It's on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. Kingsway are 5 goals, 4. Scarborough only 5 goals, 3. Margin to 1 point. Great game of footy.
Mate, really good contest, isn't it? And both teams show that when they get that time and space and actually use the ball properly, both their forward lines are super dangerous. So, look, this game could really go anywhere at the moment. Probably starting to get later terms or later part of the second quarter, but we've got an absolute belter down at the mill.
Absolutely. Thank once again the major sponsors of Scarborough, Perth Scarborough, as we mentioned, CNW Electrical and Sandbar. Go see Benny Randall down at the Sandbar. My local, do yourself a favour, get the frothies down at the Sandbar. So middle of the Miller's well over once again at the well. Comes to the contest. Well done by the big fella. Handball that ball over the top, and Curtis Riddell on the right tries to find his teammate over there in Ryan Sheehan. Sheehan kept his feet, and so did the Kingsway defender. Well done by Valalonga. Stole it out of his back pocket. And good mark by Antonio. Caught one high. The umpire said no, he didn't. Once again, it's held to him, but Valalonga, that was outstanding. Very slippery on his feet is young Adam. Medals is his nickname because he's won 2 best on grounds as the young fella. So we're about kick and a half out from Scarborough's goal. They trail at the moment by 1 point. They have it now, Scarborough. Well done by Young for their handball over the top. Finds Worthington. Worthington outside 40. Ooh. He's pulled that one. He usually kicks those. As a former Subiaco Premiership player, but he's pulled that right and a minor Scott. So we're all even Stevens here on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. 5 goals, 4 apiece. And a good game of footy.
Yeah, some dips and flows, isn't it, with the way the game's being played at the moment. Kingsway kicked those 2 really quick goals, and then Scarborough being able to peg it right back again. Ripping game of footy.
So Kingsway used that left foot. Good kick was by James Eccles. Finds his teammate on the far side. Kingsway have it now. 18 and a half minutes of the second quarter. again, Haley, thanks for your producing. The young Harrow doing the filming. They have it now. Halligan caught from behind by Vallalonga.
Great tackle.
Great effort. He hurt himself, I think.
Yeah, I thought umpire was going to call holding the ball there, but he let the play go.
Yeah, well done, young Adam Vallalonga.
Yeah, he's definitely got up a bit sore out of that.
Yes, a bit of an angle, but very good effort. Did well to bring Cole Halligan to the ground. They have it now to Scarborough. Umpire says, give the ball to me. Well done by Curtis Reddell, bringing the ball into ground. Field umpire throws the ball in. Epsworth doing the ruck work. Halligan roved it for Kingsway. Oh, well read by the Scarborough defender there. Lace out. Good. Oh, overran the footy was Antonio. Taking a good defensive effort by Reece Holman. Over by Chan of handballs. Okay. And they have the ball now to Kingsway right in the middle of the ground, courtesy of this play. We mentioned Reece Waters. He's had a good 10 or 11 minutes in the second quarter, has Reece Waters. Umpire's call play on. He kicks the ball straight down the line. Brings the ball, well done by Deng. Shows a bit of afterburner and pace. Oh, caught one high, surely was the Scarborough player. Umpire said no, he didn't. Fairly small, this young Chase Grabby Paparoni.
Yeah, really good tackle there
It
by
was from
Cole
behind.
Halligan, though.
So good effort there by Epsworth. Brings the contest, tries to find his teammate was Morgan. Overrunning and finding was Ricketts. He's holding the ball to advantage. Tries to find Antonio. Oh, well done by Young. Brute strength with Brandon Young on the left boot. How's that for lace out on his opposite side? Young. And I tell you what, he's missed.
Oh, he's missed.
Sam Davies. But very good effort by Brandon Young on his non-preferred, his left. Just had enough nous. What didn't he, Ward? Just to kick it
really,
in
really
space.
smart. Jeez, they moved that ball super well there. Sam Davies be absolutely kicking himself.
Tell you what,
Missed a bit of a gimme there.
gives him the lead though. Scarborough hit the front once again. Later stage of the first half, but Kingsway have it tucked away in the pocket. Decides to switch to play and finds James Eccles all by himself. Eccles. And Davies on the mark for Scarborough. Ruined himself and he didn't kick that for a goal. Might prove costly at the end of this game. McCab Habit for Kingsway. Finds his teammate over there. Barnes on the left. Good kick. And the teammate over the far side. Long way over in that far wing there, Ward.
Yeah, really patient build-up at the moment, isn't it?
So they have that now. Kingsway through pace. Was Waters on the right boot. That opens it right up. Standing his feet. Court's out number 2. Oh, Harrison Court. Great effort.
Well done.
Great effort. Outnumbered. And it gets it back again. Well done, Harrison Court. Can take a bounce. He does that. Takes another bounce. That's 2. Can take a third if he likes. He does do that. No one coming at him. He takes a 4th. Well done, Harrison Court. And nothing to kick to. Good effort. Tries to find his teammate there in Zach Morgan. Isn't outnumbered. Ball over the top. Finds Toomey, the coach. Toomey goes one way. Goes the other. Good effort by Scarborough and finds Deng. Good effort.
Oh.
Good effort by Scarborough. There's that experience of Toomey. Former Swans and Carlton footballer. Just that experience. There's Yang. Good kick. Finds the big fella there and Epsworth decides to play on. Hits his teammate Utler and Curtis Reddell over the top to Toomey. Toomey goes right. Tries to find his teammate over there by himself. Then Sam Davies and takes a mark.
Great mark,
Great
Sam
mark,
Davies.
Sam Davies. He's right on the 50-metre mark. We'll take a good kick from there, Ward.
Yeah, look, let's say if we can get a bit of redemption for that missed shot on goal before, but look, really well done there. Harrison caught 4 bounces along the back line, and then just the experience there, Wade Toomey, a couple of really good possessions, bit of an up and under kick inside 50s, but look, Sam Davies right up to the task, great contested mark, and he'll kick from just outside 50.
So here is Davies taking a deliberate shot at goal. Take a good kick from here, leans back on the ball. Tell you what, that is a great goal. I tell you what, that makes up for the last goal. Good effort, Sam Davies. So on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard, see Scarborough 6 goals 5, Kingsway are 5 goals 4.
Jeez, and what a game of footy we've got. They keep, lots of lead changes this quarter. I think we probably had 3 or 4 so far. But it's a hard game of footy to read, actually. Both teams seem to get a bit of momentum and then keep rolling. So, look, it's setting us up for a beautiful second half. Can't be much longer left in this second quarter now, I wouldn't have thought, Cam.
I think not too long, probably 2 minutes to go. I'll tell you what, the sandbar play of the day so far, Harrison Court, outstanding then. So we'll mark that 21-minute mark of the second quarter. Just had no one to run onto, 3 or 4 bounces and did very well to get the ball. Oh, the umpire saying here.
Might have been with the 666, I think.
Oh, dearie me. Fair dinkum. I won't say any more, Ward.
It's the world we live in, Cam. We roll with it, mate.
I know. Tell you what, throwing the ruck work now is Adam Creeper. So he's been full forward now. He's in the ruck as a big fella. Adam Creeper goes up against Epsworth. Give up the one to Creeper. Has it again for the second effort. Was okay. Running under the contest. Oh, good, courageous mark by Jamie Spinner Manstone. Great effort by him. Oh, this is a costly kick. It mightn't come off. There's Rowan Brooks. Puts a thumper on it. Finds Creeper through brute strength. Ball down by Guelphy. Oh, hand the ball straight back over and found Bailey Nylander. Second and third effort by them was good. Barnes got set upon by 3 or 4 players. They have it now through Scarborough. Good effort by here. Goes back. Goes to Guelphy. He caught one high. Still managed to get his finger on the contest. Good effort by him. Good effort Scarborough. The pressure by them has been outstanding. Ring the ball was very good over the top with Sam Davies. Oh, one-on-one. Scotty Worthington takes a groining mark.
Jeez.
The pressure by Scarborough was absolutely fantastic, and this could be a very, very costly goal right on half-time.
Geez, this could be the new play of the day, I think, here. Beautiful kick inside 50 from Sam Davies. Scotty Worthington, great mark, set shot.
You won't miss this, and he does not. That. So half-time here at the Mill on the Perth scoreboard sees Scarborough 7 goals 5. Kingsway are 5 goals 4. The major goal scorers for Scarborough, 3 to Mitch McPhee. Good second quarter. He had 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And single goal scorers to Scott Worthington, Brandon Young and Sam Davies. 4 Kingsway goal scorers are all singles to Jackson, Halligan, Barnes, Creeper and Furmark. But tell you what, it's been a fantastic game of footy, and well done to Scarborough. A ripping second quarter when they slammed on 5 goals.
Yeah, geez, they absolutely came out swinging early in that second quarter. Kingsway, to their credit, came back beautifully, but look, last 2 again there to Scarborough, and they find themselves going into half time now with a 13-point lead on the Pied Scarborough scoreboard.
Just all the experience in the middle of the ground, like Wayne Toomey just keeps his feet, he's smart. Down the back, I thought Harrison Court was been outstanding. Brandon Young, very versatile, and young Deng too, number 25. His pace and versatility has been okay, but yeah, they've just stepped the flow, haven't they? I thought Kingsway started the quarter very well, but Scarborough just run, and we don't realise how much I think that goal scoring end is to the left of the screen.
Yeah, well, look, that's right. We've had 8 goals kicked to that side of the ground so far today. So, look, it seems to be making a bit of difference kicking to the left-hand side of the screen. But look, Scarborough, Coach Wade Toomey would be pretty happy with what he's seen in that quarter. I think the message will be really positive for the side, just to keep doing what they're doing, probably make sure that they use the ball well. But look, the other side is things as well. Craig Dalton's with Kingsway. Look, the message will be, look, let's try and reset a little bit, do some of the things that we were doing really well in that first quarter. We've got the experience there as well, and look, we can get the ball inside 50. We've got the experience to, kick a couple of goals.
So half-time here at the Mill sees Scarborough 7 goals 5, leading Kingsway 5 goals 4. Half-time, we're going to take a break and come back to what should be a ripping second half. back to the mill half-time of this A-grade clash between Scarborough and Kingsway. Cam Robbins and Ward Harris doing the calling for you this afternoon. See Scarborough 7 goals 5, Kingsway are 5 goals 4. That's on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. And thanks to the sponsors, Perth have been around for 7 years, and also other sponsors in Sandbar, Benny Randall and CNW Electrical. Thanks for all the sponsorship for every amateur club in the competition. Appreciate your financial support. It's been a cracking first half of footy here, Ward.
Look, been a really good game of footy, and ebbs and flows for both both sides. Both teams have had their opportunities to try and break away a little bit, but once they do, the other team comes back pretty hard, and we find ourselves with a fairly even contest. Scarborough kicked the last two to find themselves with that 2-goal lead now at the beginning of the third quarter. But just been a really quality game of footy for us to enjoy.
Quickly around the grounds in the waffle there. Ward, got any updates there in the waffle games?
Yeah, got some scores from most games late in the third quarter. Now we'll start down at East Freo. East Freo 4-6-30 against Perth 9-6-60. Langlands with 3 goals there, one of the recruits for Perth Footy Club. Across at South Freo, last year's premiers 12-6-78. Given Subi a bit of a touch-up actually, 5-5-35. Also late in the third quarter, Mason Shaw with 3. East Perth, they made a bit of a comeback actually, 6-1 first quarter from Swan Districts, but now find themselves 6-12-48 to Swan Districts 8-5-53, so we've got a bit of a contest there. Eddie Simpson kicking 4 though for East Perth Footy Club. And last game of today with Peel Thunder and West Coast to play before the Derby tomorrow. Claremont 13-7-85, giving West Perth a touch-up 6-5-41, and in that game Claremont actually kicked 11 goals to 2 since quarter time, so starting to really open up a bit of a margin. So look, a couple of good games of footy there, but the waffle competition going strong at the moment.
Funny old Claremont and West Perth, because young Darren Harris, see him in the background, his young fella doing the filming. Ty's doing a fantastic job too, and very good to have a good producer in Hayley. She's keeping us honest here at the mill. So good second half. Can Scarborough hang on to win in a bit of an upset?
Well, yeah, look, I think it would be a bit of an upset. Both of us didn't tip Scarborough early in the day, but they've really shown that when they're up and going and get the ball moving beautifully, the home ground advantage might come through for him today. It's been players like Velalonga out on the wing when he's had that time and space to actually get moving, and then the experience of Scotty Worthington, who was a bit of a bull there. Joel Ashman, he's just kind of everywhere as well.
Uses the ball well too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Wade Toomey showed that experience a couple of times, and Harris Court down back has been super important for him as well.
Yeah, like I say, being very impressive with Brandon Young too. Very versatile player, can play up, back, down forward, and also pinch hit in the ruck as well. So he's done very well. And I thought also Reece Guilfey down back has done some very, very good things as well. So we're set for a good second half here. And it looks like Adam Creeper is going to start up forward for Kingsway there, Ward. So a good move by him. So they'll be kicking to the left of the screen, and probably the goal scoring end, isn't it, down to the left of the screen here for Kingsway.
Yep.
They are in the grey and silver tight jumpers with a big V in the middle, and Scarborough are the other jumpers, the yellow and the blacks and the green. So pretty good engine room for Scarborough is Toomey and also Joel Ashman, and also Ryan Mike Sheen, the captain. So about to start the second half. Umpires just waiting for players to get into the positions. Scarborough at the moment just lead by 2 goals. So umpire throws the ball up, give that ruck work to Holman, brings the ball to the ground. Kingsway push the ball forward to the half-forward flank here, position running very hard is Halligan at it. Well done by Court. He's had a good half hour. Well done, Court. Just strength. Brings the ball in the corridor, so ordinary handball over the top, goes back to Toomey. Toomey goes one way, goes the other. Lucky not to get a hold on the ball over the top there. It's McKay. He's set us on by 3 or 4 players for Scarborough. And they have tacked the play very, very well. And that player, once again, Harrison Court, he's had a purple patch for the moment. One of the best on the ground for me.
Yeah, look, been very, very good so far to start the third quarter as well.
So Kingsway have it through Rowan Brooks. Throws his ball on the boot. Tries to find his teammate. Once again, at the bottom pack for Scarborough is Ryan and Mike Sheen, the captain. He tackled that play over there, and Jack Follett. So Etzworth doing the ruck work once again. Good tackle by the player there in Zach Morgan. The ball's held to me. Good pressure by both players in the early stage of the third quarter.
Yeah, it's interesting. Kingsway starting 2 genuine tools there with keeper and Jordan Bestry. I think we've got a bit of an injury here as well. Who's down on the ground there? Young Jake Folletti seems to have got up okay.
Umpire throws the ball up. Push off the ball. Good strong tackle by Zach Morgan. Tried to give him the don't argue, and he's just absolutely poleaxing. Well done by Morgan. He doesn't like that play, giving a bit of an argy-bargy. Umpire says, I'm going to get onto this and throw the ball up. Etsworth doing the ruck work. Scarborough have the numbers here. Well done by Ashman on the right. Finds Sheehan. Sheehan tried his teammate over there in Sam Davies. He's set upon by 2 or 3 players for Kingsway, and the ball's going nowhere once again.
Yeah, really good pressure from both sides so far to start this third quarter. A bit of an arm wrestle.
So Bestry doing the ruck work versus Ebsworth. Well done by Ebsworth. He brings that one to the contest. Well done by, could be holding the ball here, surely. The umpire said well done. And that play once again, Harrison Court. Absolutely outstanding down back is the left footer. So Harrison Court has it. Had a stint at Claremont at his days at both Colts and reserves level. Harrison Court, his old man Dave Court here today, and finds his teammate over. Lace out. This guy's been well. Mitch McPhee's kicked 3. He's been impressive, McPhee. Lowers his eyes and finds his best mate at Antonio on the left. Beautiful kick to the centre half forward position, but reading the ball extremely well was Bailey Nylander. Is out-rucked. That play over there over the top. Well, good. Once again, Court hitting it very well. By hands was good. Found a little fella there, and Adam Vallalonga. He's got dealt with after the play, and umpire said no, he didn't. Antonio has it now, so to Kingsway through the courtesy of Jack Folletti over the bot. Scarborough have the numbers here. Good defensive run through by Jamin Spinner Manstone, and good shepherd off the ball was done by Guelphy.
Yeah, look, they didn't expect to see that ball coming in so quickly, so Fermark found himself 3 against 1 there, and they were able to rush the ball through very easily.
So Tommy Willett has it. Good kick, finds a man in the moment, Harrison Court. He can go over the top to reach Guelphy. Decides to draw the play. Well done by Guelphy. He can go over the top once again. Tries to find his teammate there, and Chaz grab Paparone. The ball, umpire said, give the ball to me. It's out of bounds. So good start, good pressure with both sides. We're gone just on 3.5 minutes of the third quarter. Scarborough 7-5 and Kingsway 5-5. That's on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. Well done by Ashman. Good hands. Heard the yell. Finds the captain over there. And Toomey, the coach, lowers his eyes. Good kick. Beautiful. Finds his teammate in crime there in Worthington. Too far out for goals from Worthington. Just chips the ball over the top. Toomey. Good hard running by the coach. On the right boot. Kicks the ball. Tries to find his teammate there in Brad Westcombe. Pick-up was okay by Worthington. Sells a bit of candy on the right. Over the top was good. Antonio on the left. That is the play of the day. Scarborough, well played.
Geez, what an absolute beautiful play there. It was all started with a great transfer out of the contest. They were able to get away nice and easily. Hit up Scotty Worthington, who had a couple of good parts in that passage of play. And then Braden Antonio, great goal there. And that's definitely our play of the day.
Absolutely. But once again, down back, Harrison Court. He's just having one of those games where nothing goes wrong. The ball finds, and that's what he's done there. Good effort by them, and also hard-working effort by the coach and Toomey. He was good.
Yeah, look, very, very good there. It's going to be interesting what Kingsway decide to do with Harrison Court now. I'd be trying to put a defensive forward on him because they really need to man him up. Got some really offensive forwards up there with Halligan and Fermark, and obviously the two talls. So he's really getting to do what he wants at the moment, but he's going to be an important player for Kingsway to stop.
Very handy goal into the breeze too. There.
Very, very
stretch of length to exactly 3 goals. So 8-5 to 5-5. Kingsway have it now through Waters on the right boot. There's running on the contest, good little grass over the top by Reece Guelphy, and I'll tell you what, he's got a relayed free kick. I know it's a push in the back. It's not a bad result actually for Scarborough. So pushing the back to the big fella in Fermark. Kicked a very good goal in the first quarter. So Fermark's right on the 50-metre paint. Take a good kick from there. He decides to kick it to the hot spot. Well done by Scarborough. Read it well, and Joel Ashman. He's done it. Been very good, Ashman. But pump the players up, and he turns the ball straight over. But luck of fortune, Toomey started very well. Goes back by handballs. It was good to Davies. Davies on his right boot. Tries to find his teammate over there in McPhee. But he's turned the ball straight back over, and Kingsway can relieve the pressure. And finds Lachlan Ricketts. Ricketts can go back and finds Nylander. Nylander Tooson go back and finds his brother Bailey Nylander on the right boot. Good kick and good mark's been taken by Mitchell Brooks. Brooks can go the far side all by himself. Here's Luke Hamilton. Hasn't seen him. He's seen him now. Hamilton has it. Decides to play on. Uses his left foot. Beautiful kick. Could be out of bounds. Right in front. The umpire didn't see that. Should have been. Good sprawl over the top by the Scarborough defender. Socket off the ground was very smart. Just about a goal, but it wasn't. So minor point to Jackson. So on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard, Kingsway goes to 5-6. They'll trail Scarborough 8-5, and we've gone 5 minutes of the third quarter. So Scarborough have it now through Rashman. Good mark over the top. Finds the Deng on the right boot. Heard the patches of play by Worthington over the top was okay. Finds Sheen. Sheen on the left. It's a mongrel punt forward, but the Lux of Fortune have the numbers here. Over the top was okay to Curtis Riddell. Riddell over the top. Found McPhee. McPhee, beautiful kick to his best mate and partner in crime. And the play of the day is Antonio. Good passage of play once again by Scarborough.
Yeah, really good. You see once they can get that actual open space, they really start running in waves. And look, the Kingsway players, a lot of them only just catching up to the contest now. So, look, Kingsway have got to do a little bit more about their transition running, because you start having players like Antonio and McPhee find themselves open inside 50. They're generally going to make you pay. Tough kick for Antonio here, though.
Here he is using his left foot. And he just liked it, but just pulled a little bit left. So minor score for Scarborough. A let off for Kingsway, but so far this third quarter, Scarborough have done very well into the breeze.
Yeah, look, they've been all over it at the moment, and if they can maintain this kind of lead, look, they'd have to be favourites going into the last quarter.
So Kingsway bring the ball out to the far side. Reading it very well was the Scarborough playing Sam Davies. He's been everywhere, Davies, up forward, down back, and also turning the ball over. So Halligan has it now for Kingsway. Uses the corridor. Good kick. It could be out here, over the top. Finding an easy made Jordan Bestry all by himself, but it might just run out, and that absolutely stuffed that one right up.
Don't you hate that?
Shocking effort by them.
Geez, they would have found themselves with a definite goal there. Managed to get right the way over the top of the Scarborough zone and find themselves inside 50 by themselves, but look, we end up with a throw in deep inside the Kingsway 50.
So boundary umpire is going to throw the ball in. Good throw in by him. Cole Halligan sweating over the back. Well read by Scarborough. Through hands, well done by Harrison Court. Good effort by him. Good effort by the Scarborough player over there, Luke Childs. And it's a boundary line throw in. Right on the 50-metre mark of the attacking area of Kingsway. Bit of a lull on the game at the moment. Bit of a tug-of-war tussle between both these sides. Scarborough just locking the ball up, aren't they, Ward?
Yeah, look, they'd be pretty happy with this 3-goal here lead at the moment. I reckon Wade Toomey's probably told them, look, let's try and take a little bit of the sting out of the game at the moment. Let's try and maintain this lead and get a good lead going into the last quarter.
Well done by Etzworth, a big fella. Tries to pull his way through the contest, and Joel Ashman as well on ball in the pack. He's got one high, and umpire's seen that as well. This guy's had a very good game, Joel Ashman. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he just seems to accumulate, doesn't he? He's right at the bottom of every contest and generally just finds the ball pretty well.
Just a smart player. Well, it's a risky kick over the top. There's that breeze, holds it up. But well done by the Scarborough player, Drew Kent. He brought to the contest. Guelphy had a bit of run and carry. It could be holding the ball. The umpire's seen it as well. It's a good tackle there by Furmark. He has it now a long way out from goals. He decides to kick it to the hot spot. He's turned that one straight up. Tom Willett reading it very well for Scarborough. Oh, keeps him to Nard. Boundary umpire. Well done by the goal umpire, seen that. Good call by him. It's a boundary line throw in. We've gone just on 10 minutes, so it's been a good quarter by Scarborough into the breeze. They still lead at the moment. The Perth Scarborough scoreboard 8-6. Kingsway a 5-6. A margin of exactly 18 points or 3 goals. Bestry doing the ruck work. Read it extremely well. Finds Matt Jackson. Set up on by 2 or 3 players for Scarborough. And boundary umpire's going to throw in once again Harrison Court at the bottom of the pack. He's had a ripping game as the left-footer defender for Scarborough. So boundary umpire's going to throw the ball in. 40 metres out for the Kingsway goal scoring opportunity. Well done by the big ruckman then and Adam Creeper. Back into the contest. Ashman have another possession. Went back to Court. Court back to Ashman. Well done by Vallalonga and also Worthington. And also the Kingsway player too. He's been pretty quiet. Quarter and a half as Chad Barnes. Hasn't seen him much.
Yeah, we haven't seen him much since probably midway through that second quarter, have we?
So boundary umpire's going to throw the ball in. Creeper doing the ruck work by Young. We'll give that to Young. Well done. Vallalonga on the right boot. Kicks the ball forward. Stands up. There could be away. Scarborough. McPhee, well done. Quick hands. Got one on the back. The umpire said no, he didn't. Scarborough have it now through Westcombe. Over the top was okay. The player of the moment. And Ashman on the left. Trying to find another player over there in Scott Worthington. He's kept his feet as Worthington. Good effort by him. Does a blind turn. Handball over the top to Antonio. Antonio's been poleaxed. The umpire didn't see it. Antonio's got himself back onto the contest. Good effort by him. Great effort by Antonio, didn't he? Got absolutely poleaxed and just didn't get the Academy Awards. He's got himself back on the ground and got him back into the contest.
He's always been very good at that. He seems to have a knack of finding himself right in the middle of danger, but bounces back nice and quickly.
So about 10 metres away from the Scarborough goal-scoring area. Kingsway have it here. Good chain of handballs. Well done by Mitchell Brooks on the left. Good strong mark, but taken by Jordan Bestry. Over the top was okay with Bestry. He decides to switch the play and finds Luke Hamilton. Hamilton, centre-half back position. You go up the corridor again, finds Halligan. Halligan decides to play on right on the bullseye at the mill here. Finds his teammate all over the far side here. Nothing to kick to, so he goes for outside 50. Can it stand up? It does. That could be a good goal. And it is. Good effort, Kingsway. They needed that one.
Braden Furmark again.
Yep, Furmark. He's kicked a couple, has Furmark. Good goal. He had nothing to kick to, so he just kicked it straight outside 50 and a good goal to him.
Yeah, it's funny when Kingsway seem to be able to get their ball out. Scarborough they press really strong or really far up the ground. So once Kingsway do get that space, it's a lot of one-on-ones ahead of the ball or, only 4 or 5 up the ground. So if they can get a few more open passages like that, they should be able to start getting back into this contest.
So we've gone 13 minutes of the third quarter and the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. Scarborough are 8-6 and Kingsway are 6-6. So ripping game of footy here at the mill. Umpire's going to throw the ball up. Young doing the ruck work for Scarborough. Over up the top was Bestry. Young went back to the contest. Good contest by him. Tries to find Toomey. Toomey puts his body over the line. Hard at it. It could be a trip to Toomey. Umpire's seen that as well. Toomey can play on over the far side. They're out in the numbers here. Vallalonga's one of those players. Good mark by him. He decides to switch the play. And good mark over the top was Westcombe. Westcomb's back to Vallalonga. He had it. We didn't have the ball. Umpire said no, he didn't. Went back in the contest as what is for Kingsway. And he's given a hole in the ball. Well, I didn't see that. Ward?
No, I did not see that one at all. Was that from a little bit earlier? Who's he giving the free kick to there?
It's
number 7, Brad Westcombe.
Brady Westcombe. Over the top, tried to find Worthington. Kingsway have the numbers here. Good pressure off the ball. Hitting the ball extremely hard was Sheehan for Scarborough. And second effort by him was fantastic. So he locks the ball in the forward area for Scarborough. Who at the moment they're up by 2 goals with about 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kingsway have the contest. Well done by Young. Tackle's okay. Forced it on the far side. It could be out of bounds on the full. Good pressure by Brandon Young. And Drew Kent has the ball for Scarborough. Kent has it. Go back and finds Dang. Dang sells a bit of candy. Kicks the ball over the top. It's a risky kick, but the player will get it through court. Outstanding handball by Grab Pepperoni. It's Chase on his right boot. Kicks the ball the corridor. Risky kick. Good strong mark. Taken over the contest by Sheehan, but he ran into trouble. Gets a good mark and turns the ball straight over.
Probably didn't need to get moving there. He had a little bit more time.
So Kingsway can have the contest now. And there's the man of the moment, Harrison Court. Brilliant as Court. Goes straight up the corridor. And good mark. And finds his teammate over there in Brad Westcombe. Westcombe also up the corridor. Finds Toomey. He's had a lot of influence in the game, hasn't he, Toomey? Toomey back to Westcombe. Westcombe decides. Didn't see the play in the corner of his eyes. Like it's not holding the ball. Well done by Kingsway. They attacked the play very well. Go straight up the contest here. Dang has it for Scarborough. Kept his feet very well. What all played by Dang over the cop to Court. Corkin over the top to Chase Crab Pepperone on his right. Good passage of play once again by Scarborough here. Good hard contest by Luke Childs. two players running hard at the contest, and one of those once again would be Reece Waters for Kingsway. He is one hard nut, is Waters.
Yeah, he seems to be cramping up a little bit after that contest as well.
So 16 minutes of the third quarter, and Scarborough still lead by 2 goals on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. Thanks to the sponsorship to them, Perth Scarborough. They run the full wide on by Toomey. Just knuckles the ball forward. Zach Morgan running on the contest. Also this play sells a bit of Candy McPhee. How good was that? Toomey, good hard running by him. Handball was okay. Found Zach Morgan. Morgan on the right, over the top. Finds Worthington. I tell you what, that is a great passage of play. Valalonga all by himself, running into a bit of space and gets the mark over there. But very hard running by the coach and Wayne Toomey.
Yeah, geez, he did that well. He showed his experience in the middle of the ground, and then, look, great effort by the other young fella there to get moving. But, you know, Wade Toomey showing his real experience. Great kick inside 50 there, and Valalonga finds himself getting to have a deliberate set shot at goal here. Probably 30 out on a probably a 30-degree angle as well.
Kicking in a bit of a breeze, but there's the double medal clanger winner in Adam Valalonga. 30 metres out. Taking his time, leans over the ball, and a good floating kick. He'll take that one. That's a good answer. Back goal to Scarborough. Put that down to the coach. And Wade Toomey, just that experience around the ground, just knows where to go. Hard running, and that's a very good effort by Scarborough.
Oh, look, it was really, really good, wasn't it? It shows that they're still trying to attack their contest at the moment. Even 2 goals up at three-quarter time, you would have thought the team would have been pretty happy with that, but starting to, you know, put the accelerator down.
Absolutely, a very good game at that. Wouldn't be too much to go. It's just on 18 minutes of the third quarter. Shadow's starting to get over the mill at the moment. It's been a fantastic conditions and afternoon here at the moment. There's Wayne Toomey, pretty happy with himself on the bench. Very good coach. One day I think he'll coach a waffle side, will Toomey. Middle of ground once again. Just his efforts last year's grand final, you could see the smart and very good. Talks to all players very, very well. Does Toomey, the coach. Ball's in the contest. Worthington gets a toe poke on it. Zach Morgan also gains a few minutes. Luke Childs running on the contest. Shows a bit of pace. Uses his left. Check side banana was okay. Tries to find his teammate. Stands up okay. There's Sam Davies. Davies on the right. And so handball over the top to Antonio. I think Antonio's hit the pine. Minor score. It's a handy point to Scarborough. They are 9-7-6-6 on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard.
Yeah, they're just starting to look dangerous every time they go inside 50, aren't they now?
Let's have it now to Kingsway. Bring the ball over the far side. Have the numbers here. One of those players is Matt Jackson. Good mark by him. Just in front of the Kingsway dugout. Started well in the first quarter. Kingsway slammed on through, but since about midway through the second, Scarborough being the far better side. Over the top, good spoil was taken by Drew Kent. Brings the ball once at play again. Is Harrison Court. I reckon he's played himself in the state squad for the amateurs this afternoon. Is Harrison Court.
Oh, you definitely you'd want someone like that to take with you, wouldn't you?
Yeah, just reads the play so well and sets so much attacking moves from the half-back flanked as Harrison Court. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Epsworth wins the ruck knock. Morgan tackle was very good. Worthington through strength just chisels the ball forward, gains about 10 metres, and it's another boundary line throw in. So coming up to late stages of the third quarter, it's still a 3-goal advantage to Scarborough, and they'll come home with the attacking goal scoring opportunity in the last quarter. Well done by Valalonga. Flicked the ball out. I gave it a throw. The umpire was right on it. It was too quick. I think that play there was McPhee. He's going to go back behind his mark. Is Ricketts. Lachlan Ricketts for Kingsway. He has it now. Goes up the corridor and finds his teammate over there in Brendan Pearce. Pearce stagnant. No, not much moving in the Kingsway forward line area. The umpire said play on us. He decides to put the barrel on. The old-fashioned torpedo punt. Harrison Court just about took a good mark. His own player Spalding there. Bestie through brute strength tried to chisel his way through the area, and umpire says give the ball to me. So right on the 50-metre line for Kingsway. probably need a goal this last minute and a half to get themselves back into some kind of contest in the last quarter.
Yeah, a lot of players around the contest as well at the moment, so the pressure's gone right up with a minute and a half left.
So have it now to Zach Morgan. Bestry tried to get something out of nothing. Well done.
Ooh.
Good strong attack of the football. Luke Childs, he's gone thrown into the ground. So was the other player, Matt Jackson. A bit of a head clash there. They have it now through Kingsway. Good tackle in the contest was taken then by Curtis Riddell. Over the top here, Kingsway have it. On the left foot was okay, was Luke Hamilton. Oh, that's a, sorry, a turning. It's a free kick. Team is kick. He's too smart. Decides to play on. Toomey goes right over the far side. It's a risky kick. There's that breeze. But getting a handball on it was Joel Ashman. Have it now with a big fella and creeper. Shows a bit of agility, does a big play, but turns it straight back on to Scott Worthington. Worthington to Court. Court through the handball over the top was okay. Good hard running by Scarborough, but Kingsway have turned the ball straight back over. Attacking the ball, well done by Royce Guelphy. Hit the ball over to Worthington. Worthington on the back of the contest, tries to find Guelphy. And also the bottom, Paparone on the right. Umpire says, boundary umpire, give the ball to me. I've just about gone three-quarter time here. Long quarter this one, 22 minutes.
22 minutes so far, right?
And Scarborough still in front, 9-7 to 6-6. And the boundary umpire is going to throw the ball in. 45 metres out for the Kingsway goals. Creeper wins the ruck knot. Went over the top. Court had it for Scarborough. Lost it. Back in the contest was okay. Caught one high. But good tackle in the end was by Cole Halligan. Umpire says, give the ball to me. They've just weathered the storm well this quarter, Scarborough Ward, haven't they?
Yeah, I've noticed they earlier in the quarter they were going to genuine 6 in front of the footy, but they've started to try and add a couple of extras into the contest really to try and clog things up a little bit. Managed to get themselves a free kick here as well.
Yep, good throw. The umpire was right on it. Good effort here by Scarborough. They can relieve the pressure through the player there in Luke Childs. Childs handball over the top to Court. He's been everywhere, Harrison Court. Use his left foot. Tries to find Brandon Young. Surely he's got a push. The umpire was right on it. Definitely a push to Brandon Young in the far wing. Long way over there, Ward. That long wing. A few players, spectators under the trees enjoying the beautiful sunshine here.
Yeah, there's a bit more sun out that way, isn't there?
So Young goes back to Scotty Worthington, former premiership player for Subiaco. Worthington decides to play on his left boot. And I tell you what, he's kicked that out of bounds on the full. Would not like to see that on the highlight reel, and that definitely won't be one of the sandbar plays of the day.
Yeah, not today, mate. He's been pretty good today, Scotty Worthington, but probably not one of his better moments so far.
So I think you might even find Chad Barnes. I think he's on the bench because hasn't seen him this.
Yeah, I was just
so
thinking that
that's
before.
That's a bit of a probably one of the reasons why they have themselves in the contest, Kingsway. He provides them a lot of run and carried as Chad Barnes. So Brandon Young, good effort, outnumbered 2-on-1. Tackle was okay in the end by Young. Goes back into the contest, and good effort by Young. A bit of a win to them. Long quarter this, just on 24 minutes. So field umpire throws the ball in. Epsworth doing the ruck work all day by himself. He's done pretty well, Epsworth. Boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. So the game's a bit of a quandary at the moment. Kingsway just not firing much at all at the moment. The Scarborough have it through Epsworth. Tried to find the coach in Toomey. He just chiseled the ball forward. Well done by Young through brute strength over the top. Oh! Tell you what, he's got absolutely poleaxed. That's shocking.
The trainer was straight out
Ashman.
there.
Yeah, that is not good at all. But over the top, they're going to get over the top, chip over the top here, and it's a goal right on three-quarter time to Mix McPhee. But I tell you what, that is not a good effort then at all. Lucky not to get seriously injured with Hatchman.
Yeah, look, most importantly, Joel Ashman ended up jumping up there okay. But look, there's a bit of feeling out there at the moment. The players having a bit of a chat as we wrap up to three-quarter time. But I'll flick it back across to you, Cam.
No worries. Three-quarter time sees Scarborough 10-7 and Kingsway 6-6. That is on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. Major goal scorers, Mitch McPhee, he's been outstanding. He has kicked 4 goals. 2 goals for Brandon Antonio, and probably the play of the day. Adam Valonga 1, Young 1, and Davis 1. And for Kingsway, Fermaskek 2, 1 goal to Creeper, to Barnes, to Halligan, and to Jackson. So 3/4 time at the Mill C, Scarborough 10 goals 7, leading Kingsway 6 goals 6. We'll be back to you very shortly after a couple of breaks. Welcome back to the mill. 3-quarter time here. Just about to start the last quarter. Scarborough are very good. They've kicked 8 goals since quarter time. They're leading at the moment. 10 goals, 7 to Kingsway, 6-6. So since quarter time, Ward, it's been all one-way traffic for Scarborough.
Yeah, look, they've been very good since then, as you said. 8 goals to 3 since quarter time, so it has been all Scarborough. Really good quarter for them into the wind, and let's see what they can do in this last quarter to hopefully push away with the victory for their sakes.
So Scarborough will be kicking to the left of the screen with a bit of a breeze in the middle of the ground. Bestuary doing the ruck work versus Epsworth. Falls in the hands of this guy's been very good. Joel Ashman decides to switch to play. It's effective. Finds Sam Davies on the right boot. Kicks to no man's land, really, over there. Hitting the ball hard was Bailey Nylander for Kingsway. Hits over the top was okay to Matt Jackson. Jackson on his right boot. Well done by Willett. Read it very well. Scarborough have it now on the right boot. Tries to find Zach Morgan. Good strong mark by him. Former premiership player. Morgan decides to play on. Lowers his eyes. Antony has had a good game too. I reckon Wardy's done very good off that half-forward flank.
Yeah, he's been very good today.
Beautiful left foot kick. Tries to find Worthington.
Excellent.
Just a beautiful kick. Worthington decides to play on and use his left foot as well. Tries to find Mitch McPhee. He keeps his feet. Well done by the defender there in Brad Waters for Kingsway, but threw back into the contest. Once again, those beautiful left footers, don't they? They look so much stylish, the left footers there, and Worthington and Antonio.
And Scarborough seem to have quite a few of them as well.
A bit like Hawthorn back in the 2000s.
Not today, Cam.
No, they got belted by St Kilda. They have it now. Kingsway hitting the ball hard was the play there, and Jamie Spinner, Westone over the top, inside out, banana, right foot kick. Tell you what, how unbelievable was that kick by Sam Davies? It was a bit of a mungle punt. Really hard to describe. How would you describe that kick, Ward?
Yeah, it was like an inside-out banana torpedo.
Yeah, totally. So, Barron Umpire is going to throw the ball in. 2 metres out from the Scarborough goal-scoring area. Over the top was running onto the contest on the left foot was Brad Whetstone. Pulls it far to right. But it's going to be another boundary line throw. Gone one end side of the ground to the other. And no scoreboard change here at the moment. Scarborough still 10 goals 7 and Kingsway 6 goals 6. Scarborough have it now. Pushing the ball forward was Mitch McPhee, who's been very good, kicking 4 goals himself. He's been okay, is McPhee. Surprising, like I said before, talking to you off there, that he didn't play more waffle footy, Ward. Because he has a lot of ability. Brings the ball to the ground now. They hack the ball out. Oh, good strong mark by the Scarborough player. Only had eyes for the footy, and a good mark by Ryan and Mikey Sheen, the captain today. He's Sheen. He's right on the 50-metre line. He reckons he can kick this, Ward. Probably the breeze behind him. He might be half a sniff.
Yeah, he might be a sniff here for sure, I think.
So you've Sheen. Studying approach to the ball on the left foot, leans back on it, over the top, ball comes to the ground, well done by Creeper, lowers his eyes, good kick, hits his teammate over there, Luke Spataro.
There's a lot of Scarborough players ahead of ball though.
Yep, Spataro on the right boot. Oh, Sport eats own player, watch the speed on there, and Dang, good tackle by him. Well, hitting the ball very hard was caught, smart. Just turned his body inside out, was caught. Well done. Handball was good. Goes, finds Dang. Dang, another handball to court. Geez, they got out of trouble very well. Scarborough. Once again, Ashman. He's got poleaxed again. He's been beaten around the paddock, has Ashman. Westcombe has it. Dang has it here. Lowers his eyes and finds Crab Paparoni. It's Chase on the right boot. Tries to find Worthington all by himself. Kick and a half out for goal is Worthington. Trying to find an option here. The umpire said you played on, son. So he's doing that as Worthington. Can use his left. Sells a bit of candy. And then decides to chip the ball for that smart.
Experience.
Very much experience and finds Sam Davies.
Look, really good by Scarborough there. Scotty Worthington knew he didn't have to move the ball on back quickly. The ball's in their court at the moment. And he's hit Sam Davies, who gets to have a shot on goal. But look, some really good play by Scarborough. Harrison Court once again in the back line. And they're showing, look, from quarter time, they've really been the dominant team.
So Sam Davies from outside 50. Good kick there.
Oh.
Over the top, just back. Well done by McPhee. I thought it was Pele there for a minute. They have it here through Kyle Halligan to Kingsway. Over the top, they push the ball. Oh, Guelphy, well done. Kept his feet, so did Willett. Ball's on the contest. Epsworth has it, can go handball back, finds Harrison Court again on that left boot. Standing his ground was okay, was Brandon Antonio. Smart, very smart, uses his inside left foot, but reading the play very well was the Kingsway defender in Bailey Nylander. He goes on the left foot, tries to find Luke Spataro. Spataro over right and finds Nick Nylander. Nylander has it. Sun's in his eyes here. Trying to switch the play, but you're far too over there. Kingsway, they've been totally outclassed for 3 quarters. They have this quarter, and he's nothing to kick to, so he's thought he'll kick it out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to let him blame the sun on that one. It looks like there's a fair bit just on that outer side at the moment, but look, that's when Kingsway have looked really dangerous, where they've been able to switch the play and link up really well. Just nothing for him to kick to there at all.
So 5 minutes in the last quarter. Scarborough have it now, tries to find Worthington. Overrunning of the contest, Daniel Whitfield for Kingsway decides to rush that through for a boundary line throw-in. Right under that far tower. Geez, toe at the Oval's in good nick, isn't it, Ward?
Oh, it's looking like $1 million at the moment. And we've been treated to a really good game of footy as well.
Absolutely. Scarborough have it here through Epsworth. Brings the ball into the contest. A good mark over the top. Not gone 10, so it's play on to Curtis Riddell. He find Epsworth once again. He's done well, the big ruckman. Been line-hearted all day, he has. For Scarborough, well done by Sheehan. Through brute strength from the left. Saw he pushed out of the play was McPhee. He was nowhere near the contest. The umpires are on it. What's going to be an advantage to Antonio and McPhee, but those two best mates, they've been very, very good for Scarborough. The duo up forward, they've been very, very good. Yeah,
they're going to be pretty dangerous in this competition this year if those two guys keep linking up well. We weren't sure what we were going to see with Scarborough today, whether they were going to be able to take on Kingsway. But look, it's been really pleasing to see these two guys and the team perform as a whole.
So Mitch McPhee going for goal number 5. And I think, yes he has. Great goal, Mitch McPhee. He's kicked 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and also 1 in the last quarter. So he's been a very, very key forward target as Mitch McPhee. And so is Antonio, who's also kicked 2. But good effort by Scarborough. A bit of a surprise. They got their pants pulled down by Trinity Kindness 2 weeks ago, and have come back this game all guns blazing.
Yeah, look, really, really good from them today. And as we said earlier, we weren't sure exactly what we were going to see, but you know, midpoint now of this 4th quarter, holding a 30-point lead, we've got to be pretty happy with that.
Absolutely. Too, it started also in the middle of the ground. The long effort by Blake Epsworth, the ruckman.
Mate, he's been really good, apart from the odd chop out with Wade Toomey. It's been all him today, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's been very, very well. Wins the contest again. They have it now. Well done by Riddell on the right. Oh, got him high. The Scarborough player. And Luke Hamilton's been fairly quiet for Kingsway, but he hasn't been on his Pat Malone. I think losing Barnes earlier was a bit of a blow for Kingsway. A good strong mark, well taken by Fermar. He decides to play on and kick a minor point. I think that's being a turning point for Kingsway, losing Chad Barnes midway through, I think early stages of the 3rd quarter. Sorry, they lost their run and carry on that far wing.
Yeah, they did. It was really, really noticeable. Both the Nylander boys have been pretty good out of defence today. Give them a little bit, but losing Barnes made a massive difference for them.
So Chaz grabbed Paparone, has it now. Brings the ball in the corridor, finds Drew Kent. Kent decides to switch play. The 1-2 was okay. They're just playing with it at the moment, Scarborough. It's like a training drill at the minute. Ryan Sheen has it. Kicks over the right boot. Running on to the contest. Kingsway play, good effort by him. Well done by Reece Holman. The 1-2 was okay. But good pressure by Thomas Irwin for Scarborough has forced the boundary line thrown right in front of the Scarborough bench. Here, we're going just on 5.5 minutes of this last quarter. Scarborough still well in command here by just on 5 goals. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Epsworth brings the ball to the contest, tries to find Sheen. Sheen's pushed off the ball. Kingsway have it. Falls on the hand there of Sam Davies. Sam Davies has been very good tackle. And tell you what, this guy's tries his guts out too, James Eccles. He's done okay for Kingsway.
Yeah, definitely one of the positives for Kingsway Footy Club today. James Eccles has been very good.
Goes back in the contest and finds Lachlan Ricketts. Ricketts has it.
come back out this side.
Goes back to the player in Eccles, just getting a few stats for the fantasy footy team at the moment. Each of these players for Kingsway. Lowers his eyes, good kick. And he's found Jake Follett. Folletti's been fairly quiet.
You can see the way Scarborough just starting to set up behind the ball now, really trying to ice this game and take Kingsway a chance of it. Oh, Guelphy.
Guelphy's about to take a mark of the day, but he's giving away a free kick.
Bit unlucky there.
Bit unlucky, I would have thought. So Jordan Bestry has it for Kingsway. Decides to play on. Play all by himself. There's Furmark. Sells a bit of can. Toomey, well done. Oh, well done by Guelphy. Hit the ball hard. Goes in the contest once again. So Kingsway player on the left. They could be out here. Decides to play on. And had more time than he thought. Was the captain in Rowan Brooks. And once again, the perceived pressure by Scarborough. That's why he had more time, because he thought he was going to get set upon by a Scarborough player.
Oh, absolutely. Just take those extra couple of seconds and slot it straight through, Rowan.
So 11-7 at the moment to 6-8. It's on the Perth scoreboard here at the Mill. Scarborough in well command at the moment. There's Deng. Plays on. Takes a bounce. There's no one running at him. Lowers his eyes. Great kick. Good vision. Have it now here. Scarborough goes up the corridor once again and finds Mitch McPhee. He's been outstanding. McPhee decides to play on through Sheen. Sheen up the middle of the ground. Lowers his eyes. Kick over the top. Ball pushed him back. Good mark. Good defensive mark by Mitchell Brooks. Went over the top. He would have been in a bit of trouble there, Ward, but had enough confidence in his own ability to take a good, strongly contested mark.
Super play there. That was really, really good.
And finds Bestry. Bestry can chip over the top and find his teammate then, Ryan McCabe. McCabe on the right. Finds his teammate, can run over the top. Good pressure by the Scarborough player. The 1-2 is okay. Number two, that's just about... What's he thinking about then? He thought he was a boxer. It's going to be a Scarborough's kick. Well, don't know what he's thinking there.
Surprised that he's had a free kick called against him.
He's thrown about 3 or 4 haymakers and he wondered why he didn't give a kick. So Drew Kent has it now for Scarborough. Again, it's the last laugh. He goes, hang on, we won the grand final last year. We're up by 5 goals here, so he just points to the scoreboard. So Kent decides to play on, kicks it down the line, tries to find the player over there in Brandon Young. The boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. It's gone out of bounds. So kick and a half out for goals here by Scarborough. They leave on the Perth scoreboard by 31 points. And we've just gone 12 minutes of this last quarter. Umpire throws the ball in. It's Bestry doing the ruck work. Running through was Cole Halligan. Courage over there was shown by the Scarborough player, Jamie Spin, Man Stone. Over the top on the left. Good kick. Oh, good strong mark. It's been taken by Zach Morgan. Premiership player is Morgan. Used the Revo Fitness gym a bit too, this young fella. Seen him down there a few times.
Is that your local?
Scarborough. Yeah, my Revo Fitness is my local. Kick over the top. Finds Worthington. Good mark.
Great mark.
Great mark. So Worthington take a good kick from here.
Is he going to go on his right, or has he got a banana in him, you reckon?
I reckon go to the banana. So Scott Worthington kick one in the second. Right, deep in the pocket here at the moment. Going to watch this one. So Scott Worthington, 13 minutes to go. 30 minutes gone in the last quarter. He's just going to go the old-fashioned drop punt. He's going to do the old-fashioned drop punt. Tell you what, it's just about minor point.
He's called it through.
Yeah,
the umpire hasn't grabbed it.
Yeah. So minor point. It's on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. See Scarborough 11 goals 8, and Kingsway are 6 goals 8. So a margin of exactly 30. Oh, Young! That took a grab of the day. Through traffic was good. Went back to Toomey. Toomey to Edsworth through traffic was outstanding. Toomey over the top, tried to find Young. Tackle was okay. The perceived pressure by Scarborough all day has been outstanding. I tell you what, Brandon Young just about took the mark of the day then right in front of us.
Great fly at the footy, wasn't it? But the one thing you noticed after that, though, the pressure from Scarborough has been excellent. They may have a 5-goal lead, but they're still fighting tooth and nail at this time of the game.
So good ruck work. Falls in the hands of Luke Hamilton. Thought he was a boxer about 5 minutes ago, Hamilton. On the right. Oh, good courage by Guelphy. Brings the ball to the ground. He's been the quiet achiever off the half-back flank. Reece Guelphy. He's had a good game here for Scarborough.
And look, Kingsway's still trying to push there as well. They've got the experienced guys in Waters and Kyle Halligan, Ryan Brooks into that midfield group at the moment. If they've still got a chance of winning this game, those guys have got to start having an influence in the middle.
Absolutely. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Edsworth rucking all day, well over the top by Waters, flicked it over to Halligan. Halligan on the right, and Harrison Court read it extremely well. Tell you what, he had a sore foot. He's had so many possessions of kicking the ball as Harrison Court.
Easily the best defender on the ground today.
Oh, he's been outstanding. And finds Deng, keeps his feet. He's okay. Oh, good nimble effort by Deng. Over the top was brilliant. Good effort by him. Tries to find Sheehan. Well done by Young. He's outnumbered by 3 or 4 players. And Menes, well done, Brandon Young. Good effort by him. Push the ball forward, tries to find Sam Davies. Davies back to Young. Handball was okay. Davies on the left, kicks around the corner. Outnumbers here, 2-on-1. And might roll through for a boundary line. Once again, good effort by Young. Outnumbered 2 or 3. They're still trying hard at the footy. They've gone 15 minutes in the last quarter, Ward, and they're still going at it, hell for leather.
Yeah, look, it's to their credit, isn't it? They've got a bit of percentage probably to pick up after the loss to TAs last week. So, look, well done to Scarborough. Coach Wade Toomey's probably said, look, let's just keep pressing, boys.
So they have it here. Waters by Kingsway. Went to Brooks. Brooks back to Nylander on the right. Over the top. Oh, good spoil by Guelphy. They're going to about 35 metres. Kick on the ground there by Toomey. Over the top. Oh, Sheen's taken a mark. Reece Guelphy, that might be one of the best spoils of the day. Spoil of the day. We'll give it the spoil of the day to Reece Guelphy. Oh, Spud Frawley will be happy with that one by Reece Guelphy. There's Mike Sheen. Kick around the corner on the left. He's pulled it left and stays left for a minor point. Doesn't matter too much now. Scarborough have penciled in for 4 points. So it's good. They could have gone down 1 and 2, but now they pulled it back in 2 and 1. So it's a better result for Scarborough. Kingsway have it now. Bring the ball right up the half-back flank area. But have the numbers here, Scarborough. Jamie Spinner Manstone has it. He can switch the play. They've got about 5 or 6 players here for Scarborough. He decides, no, I'm going to just kick it straight on the hot spot on the left boot. So could have done a lot more with that. And good defensive mark been taken by Daniel Whitfield. He can switch the play. Whitfield, he does do that and finds his teammate over the far side there in Spataro. Spataro has it. Half-back flank. He can lower his eyes and finds Lachlan Ricketts. Gained a few minutes here. They can switch the play again. Can Scarborough. Oh, sorry, Kingsway. And good marks taken by Halligan. That's Cole Halligan. Oh, he's turned that ball straight over. Good effort then by the player there in Zach Morgan. He went back in this contest. Good effort by Morgan. That's what Kingsway have done. They've just turned the ball over a lot, haven't they, Ward?
Yeah, they have. They've had some really good patches throughout the day, but their ball use, in general terms, hasn't been where we would have seen it that 2 weeks ago against Curtin Uni.
Absolutely. Bestry wins it for Kingsway. Tries to find his teammate there in Ryan Brooks through brute strength. Brooks just kicks the ball forward. Harrison Court does a good one-handed spoil. I think he got him by the arm, so he has. It's a win they've had here for Kingsway to Zach Bestry. Bestry on the right boot. Tries to find Furmark. Furmark set upon by 2 or 3 players for Scarborough. One of those was caught. His tackle was outstanding. It could be holding the ball, and it is.
Look, and that's where that ball use from Kingsway just needs to be a bit better. Zach Bestry really, really good there, and then Furmark a good mark. All it's got to do is hit the target, and they get a shot on goal.
Yep. So Harrison Court. Tell you, I'd like to see how many times we've called his name this afternoon. Been in the hundreds caught. He's been outstanding. Switch of play was good. A good mark over the top by Jamie Spinner Manstone. He decides to find Worthington. He's ran very hard to receive that ball. Right on the half-back flank he is for Scarborough, Worthington. He's looking at his eyes trying to bring the ball in the corridor. That seems to be the set play. They go back to Reece Guelphy. Guelphy's nothing to kick to. He can just play on, so lowers his eyes, good kick, and finds Tom Willett. Willett back to Guelphy. They're doing what they want at the moment, Scarborough. So Guelphy decides to just kick the ball wide over the far side, tries to find his teammate over there in Sam Davis, but he's been outmarked by Whitfield. Finds Yang. Bit of run and carry for the Scarborough defender. Good effort by him. Left foot was okay. Tried to find the big fella on Epsworth. He's overran it. Have the numbers here. Well done. Had to go check. Chain of handballs okay. Finds Halligan. Halligan on the left. Oh, about taking a good mark was Reece Waters. Kept his feet, was okay. Running on the contest. Oh, good mark by Guelphy. He's been very good. Reached Guelphy. Good, strong defensive mark taken by him. He lowers his eyes, tries to find his partner in crime there in Harrison Court. They've been so good down back at Scarborough all afternoon. Court finds Valalonga on the left. Also finds Sheen. He's run very hard. There's Sheen. Ryan Sheen, nicknamed Mike. Finds Valalonga. Valalonga on the right foot. They're using the ball very well, Scarborough. Just gaining every metre here to advantage. They can chip over the top too if they want. Umpires decide to call play on. And good defensive marks been taken by Zach Bestry. Bestry lowers his eyes, tries to find his teammate. Good strong mark taken by Rowan Brooks. They've been few and far between at the moment. They have. Oh, hitting the ball very hard. Good courage by Luke Cholgs. Second effort was okay. Oh, it's running onto the footy contest. By himself there is Adam Creeper. Creeper to Young. Handball by Creeper was good. Good effort by also Brandon Young. Just caused a little bit of doubt with the defender for Kingsway. Have it now as a big fella in Etsworth. He's been okay. Pick-up was brilliant by Luke Cholgs on the left, but he's kicked up one that out of bounds on the full. Line-hearted effort by Blake Epsworth in the right ward. He's been very, very good.
Yeah, he's been absolutely super. You can see he looks like he's had a hard day, mate. I reckon the old Carlton dries will go down very, very well for him this afternoon.
Absolutely. I'll be joining in, mate. My mouth's very dry as well. So we've just gone on 21 minutes of the last quarter. Scarborough 11 goals 9. Kingsway 6 goals 8. Kingsway have it now. I think it's been forced through for a point. No, it's advantage. A free kick to the Kingsway defender. Have it now through Eccles. Find his teammate over there in Brad Waters. He's been very quiet, Waters. Haven't called his name much here this afternoon, but haven't called too many Kingsway players this afternoon. Oh, good spoil by Deng. He was outstanding. Kept his feet, was okay to Sheen. Spoil was even better by Halligan for Kingsway. Back to Eccles. Eccles on his left. Finds his teammate over there in Jordan Bestry. Bestry on the right. Finds his teammate. Good strong mark under pressure. Was the Kingsway player on the right boot, kicks it forward and could be a good mark. Probably the best passage of play they've had in a long time is Kingsway, and the good mark's been taken by Brennan Pearce.
Yeah, look, probably over the last 2 quarters that almost feels like the best bit of play we've seen. Fair mark, great mark out on the lead there, turned and hit Pearce inboard. Very good kick.
So Brennan Pearce about 40 metres out, kicking into a bit of a breeze. Aims it right. Comes back beautifully. Good kick. That's a fantastic kick by Brennan Pearce. A much needed goal by Kingsway, but far too late at the moment. Kingsway is 7 goals 8. Scarborough 11 goals 9. We've gone 22 minutes of the last quarter.
Yeah, look, only their second goal since half time actually, so that probably shows how much of a dominance Scarborough have really had since that time. It hasn't been a high scoring second half of footy, a bit of an arm wrestle in that third quarter where Scarborough would have been really happy with it. And look, the game's obviously died down a little bit now, so Scarborough will be pretty happy to take the 4 points. Both teams will be 2-1 after today's game, with Kingsway's first loss of the season.
Certainly will. And once again, well done to young Ty Harris doing the filming, and also Haley doing a fantastic job doing the producing, getting up to dates for the scores and the time. Thank you very much for you two. Done very well. Scarborough have it now. The big fella, Epsworth, puts his head over the ball, like it was in the push in the back to the Scarborough midfielder. Goes on the far side. Scarborough have the numbers here.
Good pace.
Puts in the afterburners, and on the left foot, I think that player was Luke Cholgs. And it's a boundary line throw in for Scarborough. Counting down the clock now. We've just gone 22 and a half minutes of the last quarter. Scarborough well in command here. They've looked the dominant side after quarter time. Kingsway have it now. They've played on. Oh, he's caught 50. That was unlucky. Wouldn't be too worried if I was you, Adam Valalonga, the twin medalist, because you'll be sinking a few Carlton dries later on tonight, I would have thought.
Some Victor's ones as well.
Totally. Oh, the top court just about taking the mark of the day. Comes to the ground. Chain of handball's okay. Caught his second effort, just bounced through his ground. Good vision. Finds his teammate over there in Sam Davies. Davies decides to play on. Oh, Antonio, what was he doing then? That's just ridiculous. He's going to get a 50-metre mark. Don't worry about that. And I tell you what, Don't know what he was thinking then, Ward.
No, a
Was
bit
the
silly by
Kingsway
the
defender.
Kingsway player there. So, but Braden Antonio,
He's going to bring his
that'll be
right to the square. That'll be his third goal.
he doesn't seem too concerned to waste a little bit of time here as he's strolling into the square.
Decides to play it on last. Well done, Brandon Antonio. Just rubs a bit of salt in the wound to Scarborough. Another goal to them on the Perth scoreboard. They lead at the moment 12 goals 9 to Kingsway 7 goals 8. We're just on 25 minutes of the last quarter. And I tell you what, since quarter time, Scarborough have been all over Kingsway.
They have, and it's been those medium type forwards there. They've kicked 8 goals between them and 7 since from quarter time. So, look, both Antonio and McPhee, super important, and a big win for Scarborough Footy Club. Cam.
Absolutely, a fantastic win at the mill to Scarborough. Just repeating the score on the Perth Scarborough scoreboard. Scarborough 12 goals 9 have defeated Kingsway 7-8. That's correct. Scarborough 12-9 to 7-8. Major goal scorers Mitch McPhee. He was outstanding with 5. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. 3 goals to Antonio. 1 goal to Valalonga, Worthington, Young, and Davies. And 4 Kingsway. Fermat kicked 2, and single goal scorers to Jackson, Halligan, Barnes, Pearce, and Creeper. But a fantastic effort by Scarborough. Since quarter time, they kicked 10 goals and Kingsway only kicked 4.
Look, Kingsway, as we said, we hyped them up at the beginning of the game, and we thought they were going to be, possibly that little bit too strong with some of the class that they had, especially forward of centre. But Scarborough, especially since quarter time, just the dominant side, and look, thoroughly deserve almost a 5-goal win.
Well, you looked on the form on the paper, like Scarborough 2 weeks ago, Trinity Kindness absolutely poleaxed them, and we saw that game where Kingsway played very well against Wesley Curtin Uni. So on form, you would have thought that's what we both tipped Kingsway, but Scarborough, just fantastic brand of footy by them, was they winners all over the ground, just fantastic efforts. I thought very good effort by Mitch McPhee up forward. He was outstanding. Also, Antonio was good, but played the best player in the ground, Harrison Court, down back. He was just absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, look, he was very, very good and super important for him. But we can't forget the big man in Blake Epsworth as well. Would have rucked probably 95% of the game, I think, there. And look, was a super player for Scarborough, going up against the 2 Bestry boys in the ruck. Better players for Kingsway, you think, Cam?
Better players for Kingsway, yeah, pretty hard to find, really. I thought down back a couple of guys did fairly well. Bailey Nylander was okay, and his brother Nick was okay for them. But yeah, very hard overall. They didn't have too many winners over the game. Even Reece Waters was very quiet by head standards. I think the key loss to them was losing young Chad Barnes. His delivery and his use of the footy and his ability to run over the ground. He was a big loss to them. But a couple of probably spoil of the day, have to give the spoil of the day to
Reece Guelphy.
Reece Guelphy, outstanding. Probably the sandbar player of the day. I'm going to give it to Brandon Antonio. That goal in that third quarter, that was just absolutely outstanding. Probably the goal of the day. I might have to give it for Fermark. I think that goal in that first quarter, he just stood, didn't get flustered, went one way, went the other, on his left and kicked a very good goal. But overall, Scarborough totally outclassed Kingsway.
Yeah, look, super good game of footy from the Scarborough Footy Club. Look, the thing I've taken out today is, we've got an even A-grade competition this year, Cam. I think it's going to be an absolute ripper.
Absolutely good. Thanks very much for your company this afternoon. It's been very good effort. Thank you very much for doing all the producing, Hayley. Tyle Harris done a good job filming. Thanks for your company once again, Ward. And next week we believe we've got a Friday night game. Sees Uni versus Fremantle next Friday at 7 o'clock as we hear the crowd for the Scarborough. Give the boys a bit of a rap. Good win by them. They'll be drinking a few Carlton Dries. So it's good evening here from the Well, and we'll see you next Friday night at Fremantle Oval.